Not me pressing go the moment that I take a bite of ice cream. Come on up in here, y'all. American Universe stuff, chat. Let me get myself situated. I got my ice cream right here. I was trying to decide between coffee or ice cream, and I said let's go ahead and pick some ice cream. I'm probably still gonna have some coffee later, and of course, y'all know I always have like some sparkling water. This is one of my favorites, Key Lime by LaCroix. Another favorite is Trader Joe's Pineapple Fire, and then Target's Watermelon Lime Bomb. Hey y'all, come on up in here. I don't know. I feel like this one's about to be a quick one because your good sis don't got much to say. Matter of fact, if you're a member, I'm about to go to the members. I'm about to post something on the members tab real quick. I gotta brief the members real quick on something. Let me do that real quick. This is gonna be funny. How's everybody feeling tonight? What are our thoughts? I did not post a little community post about, you know, how y'all feel, spoiler alert, yada yada, for a few reasons, but at the end of the day, I'm actually kind of glad I didn't. Hold on, I'm posting a community post tab for the members. So members, go check the community tab real quick in like 2 seconds. Not me being sneaky. Okay. Everybody can hear me all right? Everybody? Okay, more people are coming in. Community members, go ahead to the community tab. I just posted a little message for y'all so that we on the same page. I need a straw. I should have brought a straw down here. Okay. So tonight, and if y'all don't know, y'all just coming in, I have my ice cream and my sparkling water because why in the hell not? I deserve joy and I know my worth. Like, that's going to be a theme of tonight's live. Erica knows her worth. And shout out to All American Homecoming, because without All American Homecoming, this might have been Erica's All American Universe Farewell Live. I'm just saying, it might have been. It might have been. It was getting a little bit rocky, and I guess we're going to talk about all of that. But, you know, I got to do the shout outs how I typically do. Let's see who's up in here. Hi, Lacey. First one in. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Destination Destiny. You were so bored? Child, I don't know if you finna be bored about what we about to talk about, because it's not giving. Hey, Kofi. Hey, RK Collection. Hi, Angela. Kirkanesia. Hi, welcome in. First time seeing your name. Hey, Shari. Hey, Fearless. Hey, Adriana. Hey, Kimberly Felder. What's up, boo? Kathleen, how are you? Micah. Jay Tucker. Hey. Volume's kind of low. Is it still low? Is it low for everybody? Can y'all hear me? I need to start checking audio before I start talking, because I just get the rambling and y'all be like, can y'all hear me? Is it still low? Hey, Money Green. It shouldn't be. Let me see. Is it still low, y'all? Hey, Lexi Brown. Trudy. Not Trudy, bitch. Not Trudy. Trudy, honey. Not your namesake coming all up in the All American Universe world and trying to make it hard for I guess it's Simone. Come on, Trudy. Hi Ty, how are you? Okay, y'all can hear me. Maybe it's just your 4-year-old AirPod. Honey, yes. Listen. You might gotta. It might be time. It might be time to go ahead and swap them out. Okay, y'all can hear me. All right, so we're gonna start with All American because I think I have the least to say in reference to All American. My videos have not dropped, and I wanted them to drop, y'all. I really want to be on top of it. I really want to just give y'all content, bam, like ASAP, right? But when the material is not materialing, I cannot like randomly fabricate the motivation to come and talk about some bullshit. And that's basically what we're getting. And this is no shade to any of the creatives, to any of the cast, to any of the crew that is behind All American. It is no shade at all, baby. Y'all are working very, very hard. Continue to do so. However, the storylines are not aligning with my ass, okay? The storylines are not aligning. The material is not materialing. And the math ass ain't mathing. Hey, Tasha. Hey, boo. Welcome in. Shout out to all my members in the chat with y'all beautiful EVs after y'all's name. Shout out to y'all. Support to y'all. Live. I'm going to be finishing them up. But, All American, I am hanging by the thinnest of threads in reference to interest of what's going on here. It's just not doing what it used to do for me. And sometimes we just have to realize when things are in our lives for a season versus something that's supposed to be there for a lifetime. And maybe All American was just supposed to be here for a season. It was just supposed to inspire and uplift for a season. And maybe that season has come to an end. You know? We just got to be able to make peace. We just got to be able to make peace and let it go. Just like a friend that's no longer, you know, y'all are not aligned in life. Y'all are not going in the same direction. Y'all don't have the similar mindsets or focus on similar things. It's okay. Sometimes you just gotta let them go. Let me see. Let me know what y'all thought. First things first, let's rank these episodes. All American. What are we giving? Episode 2, season 5 of All American. Oh, my ice cream is melting. This was not bright. So come on live and do this and knowing I have to talk. This was not bright. But I'm going to try and roll with it because I already made a decision. I'm already here. What Damon say? He got to roll with the mistakes he made. I got to roll with the mistake of getting ice cream before coming on live and it's starting to melt and I ain't even get to eat it. What y'all think? What's the number? Give me a number, y'all. 1 to 10. What we ranking in this All-American episode? And y'all can throw All-American Homecoming in there too. Like, do separate types, though, in the chat. So do All-American, number. And then do All-American Homecoming, and then number. Okay. So I'm assuming everybody just threw a number in there. This is for All American. Feeler's Heart said 5.2, Norway 2. All American Homecoming a 10. Carter says a 4 for All American. Money Green Tay says 2.5. Ty says a 5 or a 6. Lacey says a 6. Micah says an 8. Trudy says a 7. Be All In is a 6.5 for All American, 8.5 for All American Homecoming. Kirk Teresa, I am butchering your name, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get it together by the end of this live. Gives it a 7. Angela a 6. Jessica a 5. You give Homecoming a 0? Am I reading that right, Jessica? Tasha gives a 6. Kathleen a 6. Oh, Jessica, 5. Kofi gives a 7.5. Bre, a 7. All-American Homecoming, an 8. Carter says 4 for All-American Homecoming, a 9. All-American Homecoming, an 8.5. Melissa says All-American Homecoming, an 8.5. 8 for All-American Homecoming. Okay, so we're unanimously saying that All-American Homecoming's episode was much better than All-American episode. And y'all calling out the sitcom vibes on All-American. Adriana is giving All-American a 6 and giving Homecoming a 9. Shari gives Homecoming a 6, AA a 7. Really, Shari? Okay, I'm about to start a live because I'm gonna need y'all to y'all gotta come on camera and y'all gotta tell me why you vote the way you did. I would love to hear, or maybe I'm gonna do a Twitter Spaces so you don't actually have to be on camera. I'm gonna do a Twitter Spaces. Shari, you on Twitter? So that y'all could say why you where's my phone? Hold on, y'all. Okay. Because I got to hear some of your why. Shari, I need to know why you think that Homecoming or All-American was better than Homecoming tonight. I just need to hear it. Who else? I think you're the only one who said that Homecoming was better. Oh, wait. I have it on top chat. I might have been missing some of y'all. Sorry. Destiny says All-American a 3, All-American Homecoming a 6. And then for the people who said that All-American, not the social media for this season is incredible. Yes, yes, Spencer's little smash tour. Oh wait, I did the wrong camera. My bad, y'all. We got a little production happening over here. Let me switch cameras because that one's not showing it right. All-American was funny and lighthearted while Homecoming was more tense. What do I give them? What do I give All-American? No. I don't know why I feel very silly. I feel like I have to laugh to keep from crying. What do y'all think I give the All-American episode tonight? What do you think my rating is? Before I tell you, and while I set this Twitter space up, what do you think Erica thinks All-American deserves? Episode 2. Hey Erica, welcome in. Hey Shanoa, welcome in. What do you think Erica is ranking All-American Season 5, Episode number 2, on a scale of 1 to 10? Kofi said I give it a 6.5. Ty says I'm giving it a 5. Nora says I feel like you're giving it a 2. Erica says a 2. Angela says a 4 or a 3. Oh, it's 2 Angelas in here. Okay. The other Angela says a 3 or a 4. B all in says I'm giving it a B for real. Lacey says a 5. Fearless says a 6. Sleep emoji is giving dry ash. I can't. Jessica says a 2. Erica gives AA a 1.5 and All American Homecoming a 9.5. Rainy Day Studio says a 7. Hey Kev, welcome in, Big Kev. Kev says I give it a 5. Has everybody said what they think yet before I reveal what I think? Some of y'all are close. Some of y'all are very, very close. Okay, very close. I'm trying to set this Twitter space up. They have the same shows that are supposed to be the trending ones. Whatever. Shanoa says AA like a 7 or 8. Homecoming gets a 9. Shanoa, that's what you give it, or is that what you think I'm gonna give it? Because they telling me what I'm gonna give it now. We already did our rankings. Dia is fire. Yes, Dia is fire. Hey Keish, welcome in. All right, Erica, stop lollygagging around. Your ice cream is melting and we need to go ahead and get on with it. Not sure that All American getting to season 6 at this point, to be honest. Had to watch the clips of season 1 through 3 to feel excitement that I used to have. I give this All American episode a 1.5. But it's not the worst episode that I've seen. But also, I thought about this today when I was talking to Naya and talking to Melissa. It's not the worst, but I also don't know which episode is the worst. To me, this episode is very much so similar to what season 4 was given, which was damn near nothing, sprinkled in with a little bit of season 3 after Spencer outed Olivia. So like Spencer's temperament is where he's at after he outed this person who actually I will not speak of anymore at this point. I don't know her. But it was a bunch of things happening. A bunch of things happening in a very, very clear agenda. And I personally am not a passive television watcher, so I don't need you to dumb down anything. Like, I like intricate storylines. I like nuance. I like metaphors and analogies. I love when characters are not just so direct and saying something that they want and actually showing what they want. And tonight's episode felt like a beginner writer's writing. Just happens to be for a hit television show. And I don't know who wrote the episode, but there was just so much. So much. I could have not watched this episode and then I would have been perfectly fine next week. And then I probably could not watch next week and be perfectly fine a week after. And All American didn't used to be that. Like, All American used to be like, you had to pay attention. You had to watch each episode so that you can get the overall story. But this whole, like y'all are mentioning, this whole sitcom vibe that they have for this 1 hour drama is giving throwaway episodes, in all honesty. And tonight's episode, or Monday night's episode, was definitely a throwaway episode. Okay, Homecoming, on the other hand, I give Homecoming an 8.5, but only because I just am being very critical of specific dialogue choices for characters that don't even matter. But I just wish that the dialogue would have been tighter, because then it could have made the episode damn near perfect for me. Like, for example, Trudy in the elevator sent me, because her going out of her way to say, you have all the makings of being a queen and I gotta annihilate you before you actually reach your potential. It's like, girl, are we in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? What is we doing? Like, are you the villain now telling the whole damn plan that the protagonist is gonna have to defeat? And that's what, like, be for real. That would never happen. And I don't know if Trudy gives me that she's not a sophomore. Thea is a sophomore, right? Trudy gives me that she's not a sophomore. So if she's a junior or a senior, like, stand on whatever the hell your plan is, but you don't have to explain yourself to Simone Hicks. Girl, don't nobody give a damn. And it just wasn't realistic, and her dialogue just came off like Okay, I mean, we could have deduced that just by all of what you were doing. And I'm a big person about like show, don't tell. And if you have characters running around here telling you their whole master plan, it's like, so then why do I watch it? Why do I need to watch it if I already know what's going to happen? And if this is supposed to be the bake and the build up to Simone's villain origin story or mean girl origin story, it needs to be less telling so that she can be more confused, so that she's not able to validate herself in certain decisions, which gives her a reason to jump a little bit deeper into certain vitriol around it. Like in this way, the way that they did it, by her revealing her superficial ass reason for coming at Simone, it's like it doesn't give Simone anything to wonder or to question or to push herself a little bit too far off the deep end. So now I'm just like, girl, you know this girl's coming for you off some bullshit because she believes that you are actually capable of surpassing her. That gives you even more reason not to change yourself. Had she not had that revealed to her and all of the things just kept happening, then you could see an internal spiral for Simone, and then that could push her into this whole shift in character. But now it's like you didn't got your whole reason, and this girl ain't your friend, and you don't care about her anyway, so why are we changing ourselves again? So that's why I rank All American Homecoming at 8.5. It definitely could have been one of the ones that were up there because Thea, baby, Thea, I want to hear and if you was one of the ones talking about Thea has no chemistry, Thea makes no sense together, Thea was never supposed to happen, you can sit in the corner quietly, baby. You still welcome here, but shh. I said shh. Okay? Because Thea was given everything that needed to be gave, and by golly, Miss Molly, I wish I could package it up and put it in some plastic and ship it over to fucking LA so that Spencer and Olivia can taste some. Their relationship, they wish. Olivia could never. Come on, honesty. Come on, accountability. Come on, let's get with it. Come on, I'm going to be true to myself. Come on, I'm going to be an individual within this relationship. And it's going to serve this relationship as well as serving me. That is what y'all need to be wanting to aspire to. That is relationship goals. Everybody want to talk to somebody nice or have somebody talk to somebody nice. Talk to me real. Calm it down, Erica. Because we just getting started. Calm it down. But also I said what I said. Okay. Let me see what y'all say. My ice cream is melting. Okay. I heard the ratings for both premieres were lower than previous seasons. Damn, it wasn't that bad. I was still engaged. You were still engaged, Cole, because you out here wishing upon a prayer and a dream. I am a screenwriter. I can see so much that y'all are not even paying attention to. And we have had a conversation where you have said that some of the stuff that you watch, you just appreciate the representation. To me, that's not enough. Don't just be black on TV, be great. Or don't. Like... And yes, it was that bad. It was that bad. And maybe it's not that bad for you because you have no problem with the change in mission. But All American has become a show that was based on the life of an NFL player and how he got to where he was, and has now become about a young woman who is not even really that interesting. And every single character is now serving her narrative. I'm okay. It was that bad. And just wait until next week for the preview of Spencer trying to help with the article investigation. Why let her go and move on. Yes. Which is why I don't know her. Y'all won't hear me speak about her in this. Shout out to the members because I did record a live reactions video while I was watching the episode, so y'all gonna get my thoughts on the entity that shall not be named. But I'm not giving no more energy to it. I'm just not. I'm protecting my peace and mental space. There's way too much greatness out here for me to continue to focus on raggedy ass, mediocre, light-skinned tendencies. I'm okay. I'm completely okay. The episode serves zero purpose. Chanel said I didn't mind the episode. I did miss the first 18 minutes. Girl, if you was cleaning or doing whatever, then the episode wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. Because you need to be able to not look away. There's too much on TV right now that I can't look away from. Why would I, like, no. I don't get why they're using the coach as a major storyline for the season. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that either, because I don't know either. I have no clue. Let me move this over here so I don't keep looking off to the side. Okay. After this episode, I started screaming, where is season 2 of Bel-Air? Yes, literally. Big Kev, where's Bel-Air season 2? Because what are we doing? What are we doing? I felt like this episode was lighthearted compared to the others. This episode was just like all of season 4. Season 4 was lighthearted. Aside from the stress that Spencer faces. It was like... Oh, wait. I said I was starting a Twitter space because I want to hear y'all's thoughts. Not me going on a rant and then forgetting. Okay. Okay, it's open now. Let me do too much because that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Entirely too much. But y'all let me know. What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking? Come over to Twitter. If you would like to say your thoughts on the episode or you would like to respond to what I just said, you know, feel free. I am going to post the link in the chat. I need a short link. Copy. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get this little thing, this little link posted, and then I'm gonna finish reading all of the chats. Pin. Okay. I think I want to add it to this one. So cool. What am I doing? Oh, this is what I'm doing. Browser. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to I should have did this before, and I'm trying to get everything organized with this Twitter space. Link is pinned in the chat box if you want to sound off and let me know your thoughts. Okay, this is the one I want. Got it. Okay. What is this thing doing? Here we go. Okay. Now we cooking with some steam, I think. Kobe, talk for me?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, hold on. I'm trying to make sure it's patched in.
All right. I got my Bluetooth headphones on, so.
I don't think they can hear you yet. Hold on. Kobe, talk for me?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, hold on. I'm trying to make sure it's patched in.
All right. I got my Bluetooth headphones.
Okay, it's working. All right, 1 second, Kofi. I'll be right back. It's off. My bad, y'all. Okay, so if you're just joining, you can click the Twitter Spaces link that's pinned in the chat box so that you can come and sound off over on Twitter on what you think about the episode. Shout out to all the new people in here. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Eric. Ken, what's up? Micah says I was here for the whole Spencer smash tour. The whole scene in the bathroom was hilarious. Jordan trying to prove to Layla that he was funny with all this corny joke was cute. Jordan, you do not have to worry. You do not have to worry about if you are funny. Like, you don't have to worry about if you're funny. You know why? Because you're a walking joke. Okay, let me go ahead and patch people in. Kofi, what's good? Go ahead and share what your thoughts are. I know it's about to be some kumbaya ass stuff, but it's fine.
So, are we good now?
Yeah.
All right. Um, I heard your previous comment when you read my. I didn't think that was bad, and while I agree with what you're saying, you're the screenwriter, so you got more insider knowledge about this than me. I'm just a casual TV viewer, but I'll admit, I enjoyed Homecoming a little bit more than All American, but All American wasn't terrible, just in my opinion, because I saw where they were going with it. I felt like you said, you could have skipped this episode, but I still wanted to watch to see how Spencer would fare after he decided to do what he had to do with well, I'll say Olivia's name, even though you want to give yourself peace. So I'm not canceling her yet. So I mean,
who is that?
Okay, yeah, funny. But the only thing that really intrigued me was the whole thing between Asher and JJ, because I feel like they're setting something up with JJ. Like, this guy was drinking heavily, like he didn't really care, and I feel like there's more to that than I don't think it's kind of. I mean, we've always known JJ to be the party type, but I felt there was a shift. Something's a little bit different, and the fact that Asher says he's not going to care anymore, he's going to let JJ do him. That was a sign to me. So it's like, they might be doing something here. So that was the only part.
Nothing is being done here. JJ is not changed. He's the same person that he has been. The problem with Asher he can have all the best intentions in the world. However, what about all the players who are doing exactly what JJ doing that you don't live with? You get to be all on his damn neck because you are his best friend and you live in the house with him, but he's still a college student at the end of the day. And you want to penalize him for what? For being him and doing him, which you would actually be doing the same damn thing had you not had a heart condition. Like, Asher's actions and beliefs and all that is good in theory, but he gives a little bit too holier than thou for me. He needs to figure out a way to provide some type of balance in pursuing whatever it is that he's trying to do career-wise, but then also maintaining his social relationships, because him living with Spencer and him living with JJ is not so that he could better coach JJ or steal whatever ideas from Spencer. It's because they're actually friends, they're actually peers, and he doesn't have clear boundaries that he actually needs to have. And I think that it's inappropriate. Like, JJ is a college freshman. He was turning up like this or worse when he was in high school. So to think that anything would be different is it's funny. And I say that he's holier than thou because he also was doing the same damn thing. Like, Asher, let's not forget where we come from, babes. Let's not forget.
I think a lot of this is frustration is the fact that it's his scholarship that JJ got because
It's
I'm
not his scholarship. They don't even play the same position. It's not. So,
but
like, let's start there.
but I mean I just think that if it was if he could still play, even though they're in the off season, yeah he can party, let loose. But I also think he would still do what Spencer and Jordan are doing, train and then keep yourself in shape. That's all. That's
But
all.
if he doesn't, that's on JJ. That's a lesson for JJ to learn. Asher, like, I understood the whole tension of like him having to be able to find balance or whatever in coaching, but he's going OD and like trying to force JJ now to be somebody that he just simply is not. And it's to Asher's detriment. Like, okay, there's still how many players are on a football team?
It's it's 11 on offense, 11 on defense, so
On the
26.
whole team. Ain't there like 40 people on a team?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
There's 40 damn players on this team. Asher, calm it down. It's giving similar to thou who shall not be named. Calm it down. Like, you can want the best for JJ, and yes, JJ should be able to honor the opportunity that he was given. I'm pissed with JJ for taking a scholarship that he actually didn't need, because I think of whatever little person of color that could have benefited from that and didn't have the money to go to Coastal California and could have maybe got on the team or something like that. One, that is not Asher's scholarship, so I'm not coming at JJ, or I don't have issues with JJ about anything that has to do with Asher. I got issues with JJ because of his privilege, his white privilege. Cool. But then also, he's a freshman in college, and everything that JJ is doing is all the stuff that y'all are trying to get Spencer to doing. So now, like, it just is beaking for real, Asher. Beaking for real.
All right. Now we see like he's not gonna. He pretty much washed his hands of it. So he pretty much just said, you know what, you do what you got to do. I'm not gonna be on you. Do you? So I think there's that because he feels like, what's the point? It's like it's going through one ear and going out the other. So he's just going
As
to
it
take.
should, as it can. Like, how
All
many
right.
things has Asher done that he ain't listened to no damn body when they were trying to help him? Like, I just think that he needs to calm down. And it was just a little bit too much on that. I also don't think that they're building up to anything. They're not building up to JJ having an alcohol problem. JJ is a party boy. He's not new to this. He's true to this.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll see. But other things I liked about this episode, uh, new Gia. Shout out to the actress. I watched True Jackson VP, so I was kind of cool seeing her again.
Who is
Yeah,
Gia?
she's Layla's new uh, assistant, the one that's gonna
The
help.
new PR girl?
Yeah, the IG girl. Yeah, yeah.
What
No,
IG girl?
she's the new girl
She's a
that.
publicist. Y'all do know that, right?
Yeah, publicist. That's what I meant. Like publicist.
IG girl and publicist is not the same thing.
Oh, her nickname was just Intern Gia. That was the inside joke. That was what I meant.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like IG model.
No, not IG model. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah, her coming in. I like those dynamics, and you know, it's kind of cool. You know, Layla's trying to get her stuff together and you know move forward, and I appreciated that. And finally, I'm gonna speak on Jordan real quickly. Jordan telling Liv to back off Isaiah, but then you know after talking to Billy, you know, and then he questions Isaiah, and then when he finds out Isaiah gets a scholarship, that was when a light bulb went off in his head, and so it's looking like he's probably caught on to what's going on. So I'll be interested to see what happens next week when they dive deep into this more. But now let's get to my boy Spencer. Oh boy, my brother was going through it, man. I mean, he was. I appreciated that he tried, but his heart's just not in it, man. It's not. It's too soon, bro. Like sometimes when you get out of a long-term relationship, like I mean, he's the one who decided to end things, and to me, he seemed more miserable than the other chick, and that's not normal. That's, like that doesn't make any sense to me. All right, like you decided that you did this because you felt that you wanted to give her the space to do what she needed to do. Cool. And you're doing things out of character by like saying you're going to go to a party and just be loose and have your peace of mind. But you know, even with that, you couldn't even do that. You know, and him talking to himself in the mirror, I like that was cringy to me because I was like, my brother's like, this is I I feel bad for you, bro. Like the fact that you have to boost yourself up to forget it, because I really misread that. I thought that it was something completely different. I thought it was him trying to, you know, boost himself up to say, okay, you know, it is what it is with my ex. Let me just, you know, move on my day and just, you know, hope for the best. But now it was it was the other thing, and all I could think about is I had a particular song that that came to mind when I saw that scene, and it's like my brother is just down. So yeah, but I am glad because I've seen the promo for next week. It looks like he's not having it. Like he's about to kick some energy that rightfully so needs to be deserved, and like he's about to put it. I don't know if he's going to put his foot down, but he's going to have a little bit more bass in his voice and say what needs to be said. So overall, that's what I thought. I mean, solid episode. Homecoming to me was a little bit better, but I'm gonna still be engaged. So
Kobe, you're gonna be engaged no matter what. So
okay, yeah, because I like and it's not just for the representation. I generally like the show. I like All American. It's not it. I mean, if it gets canceled because the ratings aren't there, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. But I'm not gonna hop off the show. I've been watching the show for the last 3-4 years, so it's like, you know, it's my show, so I'm gonna keep watching. You know, that's just what I'm gonna do.
by all means, you like it, great.
That's right.
All right.
Hop off, that's fine. I mean, I don't blame you. It ain't for everybody. So that's where I'm at.
Gotcha. Thanks for sharing.
All right.
John, what's up? And y'all, please try to keep y'all's feedback a little bit shorter because we spend a lot of time out. I want to give y'all space and I want to listen and never make y'all feel like y'all are rushed. However, we spend a long amount of time hearing a lot of things out, and I need you to try to make it quicker. John?
Oh, I didn't know I was on the mic. My fault. I'm just gonna talk about All American because more so All American Homecoming. It was given. I liked it, but you need to talk about All American. It's giving me love and football vibes. Not gonna lie. Like someone was saying this might be like season 2 of Bel Air. This seems like love and basketball, but football edition.
They wasn't saying that. Kevin wasn't saying that. He was saying, where is season 2 of Bel Air?
Oh, well,
instead of watching this, we could be watching season 2 of Bel Air.
Okay. I didn't understand it and all stuff. I'm thinking this is like, because this episode just was, I didn't like it. I like Gia. I like the whole little thing with like Gia, Layla, and Patience. That for me was a highlight. Watching Olivia at the beginning, just basically, you know, go through the exact same thing that I was telling you about on Instagram. That when she released that was it the video, the video of that girl getting gunned down in like her car and everything, and end up screwing over her mother's like case and everything because they were going to release at a certain time, and everyone started backing out. She basically, was about to do the same thing with this whole Garrett coach situation. Now, granted, being proved right, because what's his name? Isaiah got the little what's it called that scholarship that kind of proves like everything they were saying. But it every episode it just proves that Olivia has no perspective on the consequences of her acting very rash and very abrasive about her whole little like paper thing going on.
Who was that?
Olivia, this is John.
I don't know. I know it's John. I don't know who you're speaking about, but go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm speaking about Olivia.
I don't know her.
Wait. Okay. So this is I forgot you said anything. You had nothing to say about her. That's my fault.
You can by all means speak on whoever this person is. They sound terrible.
Oh,
but I'm just saying I don't know her.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just saying that it's giving straight vibes of she just is basically repeating the same thing she did with the whole case back what was it, season 3 or whatever, when she screwed over Linda's case because she wanted to basically not put all the ducks in a row like her dad said, like Billy said in the episode. And then you had Gia basically coming in, the publicist, the new publicist and everything. Like she was giving off like fun vibes. She was like giving like she it was someone who knew what she was doing and everything. She's giving patients another friend to talk to outside of like Layla. And well, I don't know whatever situation is going on with Coop. But when she came in and everything, and like they were bonding all stuff, I was like, that's cool and everything. But of course, that person you don't know, she kind of had to bring her little relationship ex problems into the whole situation, which was uncalled for. And speaking on what you said about I think it was Jay, were you saying like people were wanting like Spencer like to party stuff like that? See, I was one of the people that was like excited when Spencer was going to be like, going out to like some parties and stuff like that and everything. But like, I could definitely see like the contrast between like how he would be and JJ would be, because Spencer at least, knows like, to take things seriously. He's always been doing that since the first season, where like he went out, got drinks, went out to that house party that Layla had, and had that fun, all that, the fun times and everything, and then still was able to go to practice the next day and stuff like that. But the thing is that, like, I don't know, it's just, I know there's going to be some kind of redemption arc with JJ going on. I hope that they give him a story and stuff like that, with him figuring out, his priorities. But I don't know. The episode just was all over the place. I couldn't really get the pacing.
Yeah, but even speaking specifically about JJ real quick, right? Like, it's all fine and good for JJ to get his together and like grow up, but then also if he doesn't, then what? Like, JJ isn't a character that like they haven't shown him, at least, to be a character aside from the storyline that he had where he stepped up to be quarterback for a couple games. He's not a character or a player that makes or breaks a team in a season. And Coastal, y'all asses ain't winning anyway. So like, what are we actually doing? Why do we actually care? Like, I think that's where it comes down to for me, is like y'all are telling us also stories that don't even matter. If JJ stops drinking tomorrow, okay, and goes to practice, okay.
Because they didn't even like, and you're not wrong though that like they're just giving us a storyline now. Because like, you had the quarterbacks, when he was a quarterback. Then the next storyline was once they got to college, and that it was just just between him and Asher and stuff like that. But like, and the vortex of him throwing parties and that kind of stuff. But at the beach house, but like they didn't give us like if they would have shown him like partying during the actual season and like actually showing some of the games, I would have been a lot. It would have been actually compelling to see like a little bit more compelling. But like it's like you said, they don't give us enough of like enough reason to care about JJ for like them to start like a whole little thing with him and Asher. Now Asher's not wrong in a sense. It's just that storyline wise, it's not interesting because there's no build up. It's just all of a sudden, oh yeah, he's partying during the off season. Now we need to care. This is a storyline that
He
should have been
low-key
happening during
is
the
wrong
season.
though. Like, and he low-key is wrong because their head coach don't live with JJ. Their head coach ain't running behind none of these players. Like, that's not how this works. Like, and that happens with everybody on any team in any college like space. Like, Asher has the privilege to see behind the curtains when it comes to Spencer and JJ, but like him trying to make fetch happen and like fit his coaching duties into what he has also going on at home is going to create tension that is going to be his fault that he is wrong for because he's stepping out of line with it. Because if it was so right, then the coaches would do it.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, would he be wrong if he wasn't a coach and he was still giving JJ the same like?
No, because he also wouldn't have any position of power to do anything about it. This is setting him up to be wrong because he is going to now respond to JJ based off of what he knows from living with him. But if he was a coach that lived outside the house, he would never even know and wouldn't have no bias about it.
I agree to disagree.
That's fine. That is perfectly fine. I'm speaking from a person who has played college sports. I have been on the team with the party person. And guess what? You miss curfew, that's your ass. You do X, Y, and Z. That like there are rules and certain things in place, but then also it's college and people are going to do what they're going to do. Asher is basically turning it into their living with their coach, and nobody wants to do that.
Oh,
and
no,
it's after the
I
season,
that.
and they already have lost. Asher, go to hell. Honestly.
Oh, no, I understand that. I understand that and everything. I'm just talking about in the sense of him looking out for JJ. But obviously,
he can look out for JJ all he wants. But if you're looking out for somebody that you supposedly care about, and it's not about you and not about you positioning for y'all to win or get better or whatever the hell it looks like, and you're like actually worried about your friend, then you also would come to him with less judgmental eyes.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
I still believe that he's wrong. Like he's wrong. He can say what he has to say, and he could be right in the sentiment of like, yo, you really should focus more. You really should honor X, Y, and Z. You really should try to be the best player you could be. Okay, he should, but he's not. So then, do you still love your friend anyway, or do you not? Because guess what, Asher? We spent 3 seasons watching people love your ass anyway. When you were racist, when you were misogynist, when you were trash, we spent 3 seasons watching people love you anyway. And now you on JJ's back about a keg stand? Go to hell. But that's just my thoughts. Anything else?
No, I can understand. And aside from that, I mean, I don't really, like I said, I don't have anything really say anything because I'm just here to like criticize a little bit about like the characters and what you call it, or like the storylines and stuff like that, or a little bit of what I like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have much to touch about Homecoming because I actually enjoyed. Like,
well, I'm not on Homecoming yet. I'm not on Homecoming. I'm on All American. I'm trying to get through it so I can get to Homecoming because that's what I would prefer to talk about.
Okay, well then I'm gonna stop when we talk about Homecoming. Then we can talk about that because the episode was given.
Okay. The world is crumbling. You're up. I've never talked to you before, so hopefully you're not set tripping or wilding. What are your thoughts?
Hi. So,
oh, it's a girl. Hi.
So,
what's your name? Oh, hey, girl. That's your Twitter? Oh, okay. It's not the same. Okay, got it. The world is.
I like her profile picture.
So basically, I don't even have much to say about the show because I kind of blacked out through it. but because like it was just not giving what it, it was just trash kind of. Like I'm gonna just say that. Like sorry, but Gia coming in, I thought that was cool. Like the person who talked first, like I watched her on True Jackson and all that stuff. And I'm trying to have like a fun imagination. Like I'm hoping there's something with her. Like maybe she's not to be trusted. Like I don't really know. I'm trying to make something into like nothing into something because I don't see where they're going with the show. The storylines are not matching up. It's just like they're just flowing through. So yeah. And I kind of rated the episode like a 2, but it was also not great at all. So yeah, I didn't really have much to say.
Gotcha. Okay, give me 1 second, y'all, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna check in with YouTube really quick.
Okay, y'all. Shari, are you still in here? Because I need to know what you liked about the episode, and I really need to know what you liked about the episode because I think very close to as intentionally as I think, and I would love to get a better understanding of what some of these positive notes have been for the season thus far, or for the episodes thus far, specifically with this episode. Just to clarify, y'all heard me talking in the Twitter Spaces, which is linked in the pin chat comment if you would like to join and add your 2 cents as well. Y'all heard me talking about JJ and Asher. I get the tension and the conflict that they're trying to build with it. I just didn't like how Asher was moving in this episode. For him to be so absolute and so on JJ, it gave me similar to how he was when he had the conflict with Spencer. And we all remember that he, Spencer shared something with him and then he went on and shared it as a potential strategy to like beat Spencer's team. And I felt like that was crossing boundaries then. I feel like he's doing the same thing now. And it could be all fine and good if you love your friend and you want to support your friend and yada, yada, yada. But to me, it's also, it looks very self-serving. This doesn't look like it's just for the love of JJ. I don't want you to drink so much beer and I want you to show up for practice. It looks like I actually live with you and this makes me look bad because you are the one who is slacking the most, when it's not actually about that. I think that Asher is going to have to get to a place where he moves out of this beach house because he can't seem to find a strong boundary or create or know the difference between when he should be in friend mode and when he should be in coach mode. And that's something for him to figure out, and that's a journey to go on. That's a story to tell. Okay, cool. Jamie being used to like reinforce that in this episode, I was just like, okay, Asher really cares about you. Cool, but then like let's also show how else, because for me, if I'm really invested in a friend who might be self-sabotaging or a friend who just is seeming to go off of the deep end, I'm going to switch up my tactics. Like I'm going to tell you the truth and I'm going to come at you like a real one and like, yo, this is what you need to do. And then when I see you don't do that, I'm gonna try to manipulate you into doing what's right, and then I'm gonna try to trick you into doing what's right until I get tired or until it's too much for me. I'm going to switch up my tactics. And for me, I'm not really registering that Asher just really loves JJ so much because he has yet to switch up his tactics. He's literally like a hammer banging on a nail, and there's no type of finesse, there's no type of nuance, and I'm personally missing out on the love that he's supposed to have because he's so focused on getting the result, and you're not getting it, so you need to go ahead and switch it up. But again, that's just my thoughts. Out of the whole thing, I think the most interesting thing about this episode was the whole Layla, Gia, and Patience thing. But even that was tainted by thou who shall not be named. Like, and one, that tainted it. And then also, I feel like too many characters are getting focused on the wrong things. Layla was doing a really great job of focusing on her independent record label, focusing on her mental health, focusing on her growth, and now all of a sudden she's on this whole mission to not date Jordan and then get Keaton Records back from Clay. Like, two things that weren't even a factor for her all of like 3 months ago now are like the number one things in her life. And that shift doesn't make any sense to me. It feels very inorganic. It feels very contrived. It also makes me feel like, why am I watching? So while it was interesting to watch the PR assistant, hold on, y'all. while it was interesting to watch the PR assistant from Keaton Records come in and have a full-on strategy and come in and be able to speak and have receipts and certain plans and yada, yada, yada for patients, I also don't care because the main person who this storyline is tied to isn't focused on the right things, isn't thinking about her actual self, and is now in this random ass battle for a record label that she didn't even want 2 months ago. So Gia is cool, but she's also jumping on board of a ship that's going in the wrong damn direction, and I just refuse to go with it. It's just so many things. Like John mentioned that it was a lot of things that were happening in this episode and it was all over the place. That's really kind of what it felt like. It felt like a bunch of things happening and not a lot of things actually make sense. And if we're shifting and going in a different direction, cool. But like I said at the start of this live, maybe this is not necessarily a thing that's in line with me anymore because I don't actually want to go down that road. I think it could be cool. Rakia said that Gia could come in and seem like the best thing ever and then ultimately turn out to not be. That could be a cool storyline if I make it that far. I don't know if the core of it is going to be good enough for me to actually make it that far. When I think about Spencer in this episode, the fact that we're finally seeing him in a space of singledom and he's pining after thou who shall not be named and struggling very deeply, which just further proves how invested in how toxic this thing had become, because look at him and then look at thou who shall not be named. Pretty much unfazed aside for the ego tantrums that were being thrown throughout the episode, right? But for him to go out and try to get with people, and then one of the first things that he looks at is a carbon copy of thou who shall not be named. Okay, writers, we get it. And then the next person behind that person is so shallow, all they think about is his actual name and don't actually care about him as a person, and ultimately winds up sleeping with JJ. Okay, writers, we get it. Y'all are going to spin the block for thou who shall not be named. Spencer will forever be in turmoil and purgatory. So I actually don't need to watch the next 18 episodes of this. I can just go ahead and wait till next season and figure it out. I've already figured out that's where we're going to, and it's just going to be a bunch of hell in between. Okay. Y'all want me to watch that? Y'all want me to be invested in that? Oh, and then on top of that, if you didn't get it by the first thing that turns his head being a carbon copy of thou who shall not be named, and you didn't get it because only person who is approaching him is shallow girls who know his name and don't know nothing else and want to say nothing else to him, then the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, so that y'all get that Spencer is not going to move on and look at no other girl. The only other girl in his world who he actually has gotten to know, who actually he could possibly be vibing with, who was actually fine, Chocolate Sister, is a lesbian. So no, y'all, Spencer is not going to be with nobody else. He's going to sit in purgatory, whether he's with thou who shall not be named or he's not. Yeah, I'm good. And that's what I mean in reference to certain plot devices that were used in this episode or deployed in this episode to further a narrative that the writers actually wanted us to understand. And I'm like, okay, cool, I get it. But then also I'm good on it. I'm good. Because for all of this, you could have just not broken them up. If you want Spencer to just know nothing but suffering, just say that. Because half of us have been tuning into this show from the very beginning in the hopes that this young man makes it to the promised land of no longer suffering. Bump the NFL, he gonna make it to the NFL, but can he make it to the promised land of no longer suffering? Because that's the thing that seems to keep eluding him. That's the thing that seems that he's almost in reach and that he never actually makes it to. And then halfway through in season 3, y'all done place all of his hopes, dreams, beliefs, and happiness in this one thing that thou shalt not be named. And then that is continuing to elude him. So I could literally skip the next 18 episodes and come back in season 6 and be like, oh, okay, he's still suffering. Cool. Got it. Bet. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Oh yeah, sorry, y'all, it's glitching. Whenever I do Twitter Spaces, I'll have my video. If I have my video on, it's a little bit of a delay. I don't know why. I haven't figured out how to fix it, but it doesn't. Be for real, Asher. With this whole JJ thing, the writers are trying really hard to make Asher relevant. Period. Man is a background character now. His story is over. Just want to accept that. Yeah, All American got boring. Ooh. Rainy Day says been born since season 3. JJ been doing JJ this whole time and now they're trying to make him act right. Let's move on, please. Spencer was so too much pouting AA is definitely not a much watched show for me anymore, says Shanoa. Spencer is rushing. Curly Cutie says Spencer is rushing. Eric says, I hate when shows do that. Two people in a couple can't live without each other. Idiots, you are 18 years old. It's not that deep. It's the idiots for me. Spencer was trying to get into his Usher, you don't have to call era. I can't. Ty says, I do wish that they gave JJ an actual storyline other than being the party boy. Eric says, also Layla better than me because ain't no way I'll let you come with me to this meeting and you whining the entire time, disrespecting my guests. But thou who shall not be named is constantly being able to do whatever, whenever the hell they want to with no consequences, which is why they should not be named. I don't know her because I'm done. Y'all can give all the energy that you want to her, but I'm not doing it. Spencer can't figure out how to move on. Spencer can't figure out how to let her go. Spencer can't figure out how to poof, pow, be gone, ho. I can't. Let me show you. Like, no. Be fucking for real. I think AA is really giving casual viewer vibe, period. Period. Angela, get up, Jordan. Did y'all see that throw? He been hitting Jordan all day. Why can't they hit back? Yes, Layla cheering, going hard for him. Oh. Yeah, at the start. It was so interesting what everybody was paying attention to. Coop was paying attention to Spencer. Layla was paying attention to Jordan. And they were worried about their damn article evidence. Jordan is actually hilarious, y'all. He is a walking joke. That's the thing. Like his whole presence is funny. How did Clay earn that label? We haven't seen Clay do anything besides pine for Layla and be bitter. We actually have seen Clay come in, create music with artists that actually help elevate what Layla was doing. Layla sought him out as the producer that could help adjust and like elevate their sound. So like what we're not going to do is play in Clay's face. I'm not saying that we watched the entire trajectory of Clay actually ascending the throne, but it doesn't feel like he was picked as some type of nepotism as Layla would have kind of been, even though she probably could do it. He was picked because he's actually a talented producer, and Mr. Keaton felt like he's like a younger version of him. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Layla even saw him out for her independent label. Now we are seeing him be petty and like them dating him fall for Layla and then now feel the way about it. But what you're not going to do is take away his skill and talent just because he being petty about this particular thing. And that's my biggest thing. Like, Layla, you want this label back from this man, but you haven't even given him a chance to fail. It'll be a different story if now all of a sudden they're not making no damn money. It'll be a different story if now all of a sudden all the artists want off the label and he can't manage people. He is charming. He is cute. He is signing people left and right. Like, yes, he's being petty to you because he felt like he was being petty to him, but as far as the work goes, he getting the damn job done. So be fucking for real. Why did they keep showing us that Davida kissing that random girl? Because we had to know that Spencer is not leaving. He's not leaving purgatory. They kept showing us Davida to make sure that we got it. Make sure y'all got it. Because I got it the moment it flashed the first time. But to make sure that y'all got it and y'all knew that he will never leave, they had to show it another time. I'm starting to wonder why Spencer is even in love with Thou Who Shall Not Be Named. Not gonna lie, they should just let him be single and stop spinning the block. But it's coming. It is coming, child. Now that the team lost the Pro Bowl, are they going to keep dragging the article storyline for the rest of the season? Of course. Yes. Because All-American is no longer about a high school football player with aspirations to make it out of the hood and do right by his family by making it to the NFL and having money to be able to support them. It is now about a high school student who goes to college and has dreams of joining the NFL, but has placed bigger dreams on pursuing a light-skinned Beverly Hills beauty. and all of her mess. Yeah, Ken says me patiently wait for homecoming time because AA needs to pack it up. Yeah, we could go ahead and move on. I gave it a 1.5. Jordan is a walking joke. Us watching Jordan pursue Layla and be awkward trying to hide his romantic advances in front of patients. Like, give it up. Give it the fuck up. I'm not here for it at all. It's a mess. It's borderline terrible. Homecoming. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Hey Tamara, welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, wait, before I do that. All right, let me set the stage. I gotta set the stage before, because I was about to just go ahead and let everybody like say their thoughts. Tell me your thoughts in the chat. Come on, tell them to me. All American Homecoming is given American Land with the trifling ass writing, but the whole episode wasn't like that, so I'm only taking off half a point because of that. But for the most part, the episode was definitely given. Simone, come on, honey, come forward. We gotta talk. I love you. This is out of love. It will forever be out of love. I will never not love you, baby. But be for real, Simone Hicks. Be for real, baby. You are not that good. You are not Thea. You are still working. You are still trying to climb and rise the ranks. Shut up and get to work. Sleep on the court if you have to. Do anything besides get on my goddamn nerves and run up on Damon, okay? Do anything but run up on Damon and get on my nerves. Because that's what you're doing, baby. That's what you're doing from the top of this episode. You don't want to be Hayes. You're a college freshman. You don't want somebody calling you 6. You're number 6. And you're a college freshman. You want somebody to put some respect on their name, but you can't even beat a one-armed Thea. Girl, be for real. And I say this with nothing but love. You are tripping, honey. Close your mouth and get to work. Close your mouth and get some of these suicides together on this tennis court. Get some serves in. Close your mouth, baby, because you are embarrassing yourself. Are you not embarrassed? Simone, are you not embarrassed? Come on, girl. Like, be for real. And shout out to Damon, who was doing the whole Spencer James special, coming to Simone to apologize when his ass was not wrong. But he let us know and let her know where he stand if anything comes out of the way. And I talked about this last week on our live. I was like, okay, if something happens in front of him and he feels like it's outwardly wrong, okay, cool, he can check it. But other than that, it's not his business and he can stay out of it. Simone trying to put him in the middle? No, girl. And from what it looked like to me, Thea was keeping it cute. Thea has realized, first episode, she almost lost her man. She said, I'm not going to do that no more. I'm going to stay in my bag. I'm going to mind my business. And now, Simone, you want to start your villain origin story, honey. You're a little bit too late. You're playing yourself. You're running up on Thea. You're running up on Damon. Meanwhile, Trudy is the one with the actual problem. Trudy out here playing chess, and you playing chess, baby. Come on. Get it together. Simone was looking bad in this episode, y'all. She looking bad. She looking real Beverly Hills like. I ain't gonna hold you. In this episode, Simone remind me where she came from. The melanin sometimes be fooling me. The going to the HBCU be fooling me. She remind me that she actually from Beverly Hills in this episode. I was like, girl, you crying a little bit too much. Too much crying, not enough hard work happening. And I hate that for her. I truly do. Y'all join me on the Twitter Spaces if you want to sound off. Just request and I will peg you in once we get to that segment where I'm talking with everybody, right? Cool. Damon, I don't know when I'm going to get to the point where I'm done regretting not liking him at the start of season 1, but I have learned to err with my ways, and I'm going to ride for him because I just feel so bad. I feel so bad for Damon, but what I love for him is the real one that he got by his side. When I tell y'all that Thea and Damon conversation underneath them bleachers was all I needed to see for television this week, even though Michael Ealy is Michael Ealy and all up and through Reasonable Doubt this week, y'all. And that episode had me stressed. Thea, y'all. My God. Ultimately, we're going to see Damon return back to Brixton with his little fickle ass is flip-flopping and finding the meaning of why he was actually there, realizing that he need to stop running as spurred by his little raggedy ass daddy and what he got to say talking about he got receipts. I don't give a damn if he got receipts, dude. He got child support. Jesse Raymond Sr. can have receipts all he want. Damon, do he have child support? Do he have photos from your 11th birthday? I ain't think so. Do he have report cards? I didn't think so. So don't nobody give a damn what Jesse Raymond Sr. talking about. And I hate this. I gotta deep dive into this because I don't know how they did it. I don't know what backhanded whatever Jesse Raymond Sr. did to get Lando there. But I'm annoyed by that. But let's stay on Damon. Damon realizes in this episode that he really don't want to leave Brixton, and he literally is like, I'm just like him telling JR, I gotta own up and just take responsibility for my mistakes and live with it. Yes and no. I love that for you. Shout out to JR. He is working his way off of my nerve, or not even on my nerves. He's not on my nerves. He's like in a neutral spot. Y'all know I don't really be paying JR no attention, but he keep doing stuff that's making me like, oh, wait a second, JR. Okay. I see you. Okay. One of my favorite moment in this episode was Damon and Thea. Truly. Like, Thea being able to be herself in this relationship and her being exactly who she is like serving the both of them. It was so beautiful to watch. Like, Damon being like, well, if you were a pusher, you would say this, but I'm not. So then go ahead and give it to me raw Thea Mae style. Get your head out your head. So regardless, don't matter what team you play for. You can play for the Buffalo, don't nobody give a damn, and you still gonna win. That's what we're doing because we're winners. Don't nobody talk to me if you used to say they don't belong together. Hush, honey. Hush. Hush. Because I will take somebody who talks to me real before they talk to me nice any day. If y'all were not believers of Thea before, then you should be by the end of this episode, because it's utterly ridiculous how well their natural personalities, who they are, served each other. Whatever is going on with Damon, however the hell he feels about Simone, has helped Thea calm the hell down, because Thea was not taking no damn shots at Simone. Thea was minding her business and focusing on her rehab, as she should. Now Simone is focusing on the wrong things and gonna wonder why she's spiraling. All right, I'm about to just go ahead and be doing too much, so let me see what y'all are saying. Shanoa, I tagged you in, I believe, on the Twitter Spaces. Oh, wait, is it live? Hold on. Not my damn dog snoring right now, y'all. And I'm whooping and hollering. And Cole is down here snoring. I can't. Shanoa, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Shanoa?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, what's up?
Hello.
Child, you moved on to Homecoming so quick. I ain't even going to say what I'm going to say about All American, but it's okay.
Well, go ahead and say what you got to say, child.
Child, I was just going to say, I didn't mind it. People on Twitter were so mad about Olivia being upset. I didn't care. I was like, whatever.
Who is that?
People on Twitter were like, Spencer's treating Olivia so bad. Why is he
Spencer treating who so bad? Who is that? Oh, not my phone dying.
Hold on, y'all.
Erica doesn't recognize her.
so sorry.
I don't care.
didn't
I
realize it
don't
was dying.
care about that.
Let me see what y'all say in the chat. Wow, I
The
get
fact
my
that
phone
he
back together. I'm so
didn't want to hook up
sorry.
with
I
that
hope it
girl.
doesn't
I
exit
was
out of
like,
it. Okay.
well, good, because you
Erica, I
probably
look
still
forward to more of
hurt.
your
But
lives.
like the fact that it was about Olivia,
I
for
look
real,
more
for real,
forward to your lives than
who
All American at
cares?
this
Like,
point.
I don't
Hello.
know. I really want him to
Respect
get over
for
her
calling
and then
out
like
your
date somebody else
favorite.
for real. But they're not.
That's
gonna do
the
that. Anyway,
thing, and that's tea. Like,
besides the
that's
point,
what people
I
be
didn't care
having me
about
mixed
Jake and
up.
Asher and their
Like,
drama. I didn't care about
you
Jordan
can
and Layla,
fan
never
over
will.
somebody and stand out and yada
The
yada yada, but
girl,
also
Gia,
let's be
gives me bad vibes. I
real.
feel
So many
like
people
she's
want to
gonna
come
end
for
up
me
being a
like,
snake
you
in the
just
grass
don't like thou who
in
shall
the
not
end.
be named.
So,
Actually,
like,
I love this
yeah.
person. It was one of my favorite characters, my second favorite character in the whole entire universe, which is why I was paying attention to the things that they were doing and saying, which is why I can
What else
speak on it.
happened?
Like, the people who I really, really do care about, I'm paying
Child,
attention
that's it.
to more. And I'm never going to not speak honestly
Hello?
about somebody just because I like them or like the idea of them.
I
Because
think her
ain't
phone
no-
died.
Oh.
Y'all can fill it in. I ain't trying to get, taken down by YouTube. But I ain't no weak hoe. I'm not fake. I'm not fake when I'm talking about television shows. I'm not fake in real life. Like, I'm not fake. And Simone is tripping. But guess what? I'm also the friend, and I'm learning this, y'all. Like, I'm learning this in this, like, whole, oh, Lord. I'm, like, out of frame. I'm learning this in this whole YouTube journey. Like, a lot of people are living lives amongst fake people who really don't like them. Their best friends don't like them. Their cousins don't like them. Their, like, parents don't even like them. They don't even like themselves, which is why a lot of people struggle with me, because I don't think that they experience a person like me. Me and my friends tell each other the damn truth. For real, for real. Now, depending on the circumstances, depending on, what's happening, the vibe or whatever, we can temper how the truth is delivered. And if anything, we might hold back something if it just doesn't feel like the right time, but it's always with the best intention and with honesty and authenticity in mind. Period. If it's not that, then what are we doing? Wasting our damn time? Simone stood up for herself this episode, but I need Simone Hicks to come over to Brixton because she lets these girls walk all over her. What you mean, Ty? Lando and Simone. Lando is fine, but I don't know if I like Lando as a person yet. He has way too much jealousy in his spirit for me. Like, I don't trust people who are just that jealous. Like, I struggle with them a lot. They're capable of too much. Thank you, Micah. I'm glad you think I'm funny. Maybe I can talk with Jordan and we can get him funnier, aside from him being a walking joke. Damon is very mature. Love his character. I love him too, Tamara. Like, love him down. Like, I just am appalled at myself. Why did you not like him at first, Erica? What is wrong with you? Wait, did it stop? Oh, wait, it ended. I gotta start another one, y'all. I'm sorry. The spaces ended, so I gotta fix it and start another one. He's so easy on the eyes. I have a feeling they're gonna put Simone and Lando together. The villains in the AA universe be so cartoonish. They do. Trudy in that damn elevator, I just couldn't believe. She was given the Carrie special, and I don't like that. JR has a therapist now, so I'm glad we see his pretty smile more. Okay. Everyone has to remember Thea is an athlete. That part. That's the part that people forget. Thea is not only an athlete, but she's literally a sophomore. This is in her freshman year. Ken says, me and Erica always on the same wave. Thea was it for me in this episode. I was so in love. It was just giving so, like, and I didn't expect it. Like, I felt like, or I feel like, well, no, I felt, because this is past tense now. Now I'm like, oh no, we good. We good money. I was kind of not nervous because I don't want Thea and Damon to be together because I think that they're great together. I was nervous just because Thea doesn't know, like, hasn't had a relationship before. So I was like, okay, this is going to be kind of hard for her. This is going to be it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve or whatever. But no, like, this episode and just those couple of scenes, like the start of the episode with her being hella supportive, that's her like stepping outside of herself and like really like prioritizing Damon and like being able to be very emotionally intelligent and what he needed in that. But then also later on and like under the bleachers being like, okay, you might want to hear one thing but you need to hear another, and I'm gonna tell you that. Cool. Okay, bet, here it go. I love that for them. Loved it for them. And how Lando could help Simone get some edge to her. He's a relentless competitor, and that's the energy Simone needs. Enough with the nice girl from Beverly Hills. I don't know if it's enough with the nice girl from Beverly Hills, because she's clearly putting it as like, instead, if I'm not nice girl from Beverly Hills, then I'm a wannabe Thea. And then she also doesn't have certain things to back it up. Like, y'all can say what y'all want about Thea, but she don't be lying. It might sound mean, but it's not a lie. Like, her saying that she gonna whoop your ass on any day of the week, it's the truth. Her saying she's better than you, it's the truth. Like, yeah, it don't sound nice to hear, but it's the damn truth. Simone running around trying to do the same things but can't back it up. It's whack. It's really whack. Tamara says, can we speak on Cam and Keisha? They were my favorite. Yeah, we can. I'm proud of Cam. He is shaping up to be quite a nice young fella. Come on, Cam. Can't stand up. I feel like Simone on All American didn't let people walk all over her and didn't take BS from nobody compared to how she is on Homecoming. Yeah, I agree. You will never beat me and you will never beat me. Period. And if she was lying, that'd be a whole other thing. Okay, Shanoa. All right, you ready? I think I'm good. All right, you ready? I think I'm good.
You gotta let me know your thoughts on All American, and then we're going back to Homecoming Land where it's prosperous and we are free.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize it had cut off, and I was still talking, y'all. So it might be over.
I ain't hear none of it. It literally cut, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and then when I went back to the video and see what was up, I could hear you talking and then me talking like in the background. So I hope your audio is not ruined. My bad. But All American. Okay, so basically, I didn't care about what JJ and Asher had going on. The season is over, Asher. Get off his neck. Who cares at this point? Whatever. JJ has always been a party guy. If he don't want to change up, then let him learn his own lesson. I don't know. Sometimes you have to just be like, okay, well, that's your lesson to learn. And then pack it up. Who else? Jordan and Layla. Still hate them. Still aggravating. Will forever hate them. The whole text and the look at this picture of us. Just aggravating. And then he said something to Spencer like, oh, sometimes you need time to heal or whatever when he was talking about his sister. And I was like, yeah, you do. So why are you trying to get with Layla at this time when you need to be healing? Aggravating man. Spencer being so hung up on Olivia was just like, okay, fine. But I was like, they definitely set them up for reconciliation, and I don't really care about it. Like, I don't care. I did kind of think that they could have went somewhere with the storyline where like girls only want him because he's Spencer James. Like that could have been interesting, but the whole it all leads back to Olivia thing was just boring. Like, you're gonna make every single girl shallow just to make Olivia look better in comparison, and like who cares about her?
Literally horrible choice as a device with the writing. I was watching it like, am I like, and only because there are shows that are like this out there, and that's perfectly fine, but All American was never this show, and for it to become this, it's like, okay, but I'm just gonna go ahead and head out because I watch good I don't watch raggedy and if y'all just want to be raggedy, go ahead and say that.
Yeah, it was fine. I think I give it like a 7 because I was just like, well, I guess this is what the show is now. It's not a much watch show. I missed the whole first 18 minutes and wasn't compelled to go watch it today. Nothing. I was like, it's 8:18. Shoot, let me go see what's up. And then I was watching. I was like, well, it wasn't horrible. It didn't I don't know. It was fine. It was good enough. Like I just accepted what it is. People are also mad at Coop for some reason. She didn't really do much this episode. I don't know.
Besides tell the truth.
I don't know what had they painted in the twist. They're so upset.
The first 18 minutes, she continues to tell the truth.
Okay. I missed it. And I feel like I would have been like, well, she ain't wrong. So like, whatever. Gia, I don't trust her. She gives me bad vibes. Like I feel like she's gonna turn out to be a snake in the grass. I don't know.
She could be.
I don't know. She just gives that energy. I don't know what it is about her and the way she was introduced. Like, very weird. Not Clay. Layla's still trying to get this company. She not even trying to get it back because she never had it. Like, girl, you said that earlier. I was like, back? She never had it. She's trying to get it for the first time.
Big facts.
Who cares? It was just a lot of stuff. I was just like, I don't care. And I don't care. Is Patience gonna release some more music? Olivia had half of a point when she was mad in her feelings about Spencer, but she was like, girl, I'm not playing these games with you. Girl, she had a point when she was like, they're just telling you to change your whole whatever. And I was like, that is what she's telling her because she's a publicist. But if she doesn't agree with the plan for herself, she doesn't have to do it. So I felt like
it's real cute how nobody else can change by the suggestion of anybody else, but I can change because I want to when I want to. So like, don't make no new friends, even though we're all in college now, but I got all new journalism friends. Don't go out and branch out and like really explore whatever you feel is in your field and like could better you in that way. But I am not going to release this article for the life of me. Do not do anything that I don't think you should do, because guess what? That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. When is the article coming out? They don't have no evidence yet for real, because this whole scholarship that little Isaiah done got for knocking that guy's knees out or whatever he did.
Isaiah is like, honestly, that is what should have did it for me. I'm not even gonna hold you. Isaiah should have did it for me, because the fact that Isaiah used to be one thing in high school, then when they get to go to Angeles, they both walk-ons, and Asher, and Jordan needs a buddy, so Isaiah's a walk-on as well, and he lost his scholarship. Okay, cool. And then now all of a sudden he's the dude that's like tackling people, and he was never in that position before. Like, he's literally just being used to service this horrible ass storyline, and I hate it. The way that so many people have been moved to service a storyline that is whack is beyond me.
Well, I thought it was kind of interesting because I feel like it feeds the narrative more, because Isaiah is like unsuspecting, because he's like real small, and like he wouldn't be the one to really tackle somebody and knock them out. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like if they were going for that, like Coach Garrett is so devious that he's thinking like, use the one who's not the most suspecting type dude to put through this agenda, then okay.
Right, but then he wasn't even the one that they caught on camera doing it with the other ones. Like, to me, it would have been
Oh yeah.
It would have been better if they actually used the people that they saw before. And even if you added Isaiah into the mix, it needed to be more than just Isaiah. It is so trite. Like, it's just so contrived.
And also Isaiah was so suspicious. I was like, nah, boy, if you really is doing all this for a scholarship, where's your acting skills? Because the way he got that scholarship and looked at Jordan across the room, I was like, boy, you look about guilty as hell. You look caught.
Literally.
Caught. And the fact that you never really catch an attitude with Jordan, but after I guess I get the attitude, but right, because he just accused you of something. And if you didn't do it, you would be hurt too. And if you did do it, you would pretend to be hurt. But the way he had that comment back, that slick comment of like, did he tell you to throw that whack pass or whatever? I was like, you just seem suspicious. I don't know. You're giving very conspicuous. I don't trust you. You're too guilty. No acting skills. You're found out. You're caught. You know what I mean? I need them to just release the article. Like, y'all already done broke up. Ain't nothing holding y'all back. Just release the damn article so he can get a new coach. And if it's finna be Billy, just let it be Billy and just let that whole thing be gone. Like, I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
And who else on the show? Child, Grace. Oh yeah, Grace still moving. I don't know. She finna get married. I am sure that's gonna be a scene. That's gonna be an episode, the marriage, and that's probably when they.
I don't know if it is.
You don't think so?
No, I feels like they are literally servicing one character's story, and everything that fits into that, we gonna talk about in depth. Anything that doesn't, we are not.
But what I'm saying is, they're gonna use the wedding episode to get them back together. That's how I think there's gonna be a wedding. Because they're obviously not letting them go. And obviously people are upset about them. And I was just like, y'all, I don't care.
Well, they need to go touch some damn grass. If the worst thing that's happening in your life right now today is that, go touch some damn grass and be for real.
Yeah, they're so young. Like, people break up at that age. I don't know. You could see it coming. It came. It went. Let it be done, y'all. They're really dragging it. Okay, that's all I have to say about that show, child. Are we on Homecoming? Let's talk. Because now you keep saying her name is Trudy. I thought that girl name was Tootie. And then I was calling her Tootsie. I don't know what that girl name is. But
look at IMDb
the way, I think it's Tootie.
This girl funny as hell.
The way she was in that elevator spilling her whole plans, child, you would have never caught me. The CIA couldn't have got that information out of me. What? Oh, I just think you have the makings to be a queen.
You have everything that it takes to be the queen. Like, what?
So I'm intentionally sabotaging you. Girl, you sound real insecure. And if you really are finna do all this, shut up about it. I don't know. If I would never do all this, but if I really found it in my heart to do all this, I'm gonna pretend I ain't never hear the name Simone. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do that. Like, what? All that is crazy.
Her name is Tootie. Okay, like Tootie, like Tootie. I thought her name was Trudy.
It's Tootie. I knew it was Tootie, but I be calling her Tootsie because I don't care about her. Child, I don't know. The way she spilled all her beans was so ridiculous. And who does that in real life? What? I'm not sure that I like this whole Mean Girl Simone thing because it doesn't really feel like her. Mm-hmm. So hopefully it's short-lived. The whole situation where they play smash and grab, whatever the game was called, I forgot what it's called, the tennis game.
Yeah.
And the girl dragged it. Child, the girl dragged it. You were really trying to hurt me. Shut up. Oh, she got on my nerves. And then I was mad at Simone. I was like, girl, you know you already in the shoulder allegations. You could at least hit her in the calf. What are you doing? I
didn't understand it. I gotta go back and rewatch it because I really didn't understand what was going on. They was like clowning her when she was missing, but then when they hit her, then they was all like shocked. And I'm like, well, did y'all want her to hit her or not? Because y'all were unrelenting, and at the end of the day, you line my ass up to do it. I'm gonna hit you right in the head. Right. But Simone also isn't that great of a damn tennis player, so she can't do that just yet.
She looked like, a little better to me this episode. I know
she looked better, but she's not bomb yet, and that's fine. Simone gotta shut up. She really do gotta shut up. She has to shut the hell up, because for her to not be like literally going match for match, bar for bar with Thea, but her trying to have big Thea talk, it's like, girl, quiet down and cook. Quiet down and cook, because I can't.
Yeah, but anything she would have done was wrong, because Tootsie already set the narrative that she really... Thea said it, so she put it out in the universe that Simone sabotaged her on purpose. And then Tootie ran with it and told the whole team that it was true and that she believed Thea, blah, blah, blah. So anything the girl would have did would have had the team up in arms, because they already don't like her because of the rumors that are being spread. So it's like the first 2 shots, I thought she was intentionally missing because she didn't want to do it. That's what I thought was happening. Too. But then they were teasing her so much, she was like, well, might as well. But I was like, girl, stop. Don't hit her in the shoulder, because you can't beat... You're never beating the shoulder allegations, I fear, because you hit her in the shoulder. You should have hit her in the calf or the back or something. I don't know.
But she can't control it because she's not that good.
She's getting better. I did say, I was like, well, Jess looked a little better. I did think that to myself. But yeah, that got on my nerves, because they just want to think anything. The little boy from New Year's Eve, he gave her some advice that worked for him, which I thought was fine. Like, it was interesting. I was like, okay. Who else? Damon in this baseball game. Okay, I still don't like Damon and Thea. I know you do, but their pet kiss was fine. You know, I'd be all on them about how they kiss.
No. Yes. We're stopping right here, because we talk too much. We see too close to eye for your ass to not be on the Thea ship. So what is it going to take, God damn it?
I don't know. They're getting better, but...
Better?
This was... Yes. The thing I was...
Girl, if we could have put their asses in a syringe and injected every other couple in the All-American universe, we might not be struggling right now.
The thing I was thinking about is the fact that they're still setting it up that Damon still got feelings for Simone, because anytime anything happened, he looking at her first.
Okay. Yeah. But later for that. I'm talking about them when they are together.
Okay. So then when they were together, this is my gripe about it. And maybe I'm seeing it from the opposite side of how you were seeing it. She was like, okay, so I like the way she was like, well, what's really the problem is that you're mad that you can't play for the Springsteen one last time on your own terms, and you're being forced to switch early. That was a lie. True. That was the problem. Right. Okay, I agree with her. You're right, Thea. Okay. Then she was like, but you want me to be all whatever, and I'm not like that. And he was like, yeah, so give it to me, Thea May's side. I was like, okay, so this could be cute for like a one-off, but if it's like that every time, dang, are you ever gonna like validate this dude's feelings, or is it always tough love all the time? And she
did validate him though. She's been validating him, and this is what, and I want you to keep your thought, because I definitely did interrupt you, and I'm not doing it to be disrespectful at all, but I want to make this point. This is the thing that I talk about when I say, like, I have to check my expectations because I'm an active viewer and not a passive viewer. When you're writing for different audiences, that matters. We have been spoon-fed with this universe specifically, and then across other series as well. We have literally been spoon-fed, and
But when we have been spoon-fed with this universe specifically when it comes to relationships of like, this is what happiness looks like in love, and we do not actually get to see the real life conversations, the real like gut punch that you should be able to trust the person who's supposed to be your partner to give you. I have yet to see anything like this since I saw Layla confront Spencer in season 1 about his insecurities around being left or whatever was going on with them and the whole Asher thing, and him was tripping and bought Dolly Parton tickets and that whole thing, and like that real ass conversation. And even that wasn't as abrupt as what Thea did. It's so much bigger in reference to validating somebody's feelings than just saying, you know what, babe, you're right. And yes, I got you. And I'm not saying that you're saying this, that all should know it. So don't think that I'm talking specifically to you and I say that. But She validated his decision last episode when she said, I don't give a damn what you decide to do. I'm going to be in this. I'm sorry that I ignored you. I'm sorry that I ghosted you. That's not how we handle our problems. That's not how I handle any stress. I'm here for you. He chooses to share with her first. This is what he's going to do. She didn't want him to do it, but she's going to go along with it. She decided that. The validation came at the top of the episode with her walking him to go hand in his papers. Thea knew this was a stupid ass idea. Thea knew that his ass was running this whole entire time. And that to me is powerful. It is powerful that she could have known all of this and also knew that at that moment at the top of the episode was not the right time to say it, and that he had made a decision and she's validating him and going along with it, regardless if she actually agrees with it. But in a moment where he's actually starting to have conflict and he's finally gotten to a place where he's actually going to consider the other side of it. Okay, well, if we're going to consider the other side, let me put it to you like it is versus how you might be imagining it to be. And that to me speaks to or will resonate deeper with the person who is actively paying attention to this storyline, specifically with this couple, versus passive watchers who only want to see things on the surface. To me, again, just to like sum it up, validating somebody is not just telling them yes. It is also what you do. And I think that that's a reoccurring issue that I'm starting to have with All American, is that too much is being said and not enough is being done. And for me as a person, I move a lot in how I actually act. Like, clearly I'm on here and I'm talking and I talk a lot. I'm not going to say I don't talk, but I would say that I say a lot more in the things that I do for people and how I actually show up for people. And that's what that gave me. Does that make sense, Shanoa?
Clearly I'm on here and I'm talking and I talk a lot. I'm not going to say I don't talk, but I would say that I say a lot more in the things that I do for people and how I actually show up for people. And that's what that gave me. Does that make sense, Shanoa?
No, that makes sense. And like I said, I liked it. But what I'm saying is, if it's going to be like that every single time, are they going to last because their communication styles seem really different? I liked it in this.
The communication styles seem different, but he's aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that he asks for her to be honest and asks for her to like, okay, this is a thing.
He did ask for her to be honest, but I'm just saying, it in my mind, it was fine this episode, right? But if you always got a person who's gonna, I don't know, it just feels like later down the line that could be a point of contention, because it feels like she can't ever just be like, not saying that you're right, that's not what I mean, but saying it in not such a tough love way. You know what I mean? Everything.
But then also, I don't know if that's not giving credit to Thea, though. I don't think that that's not giving credit to Thea making adjustments within this relationship. There's not been one thing that Damon has asked for or Damon has pushed back about that she has not made an adjustment for. So
yeah, that's true. So we'll see. But I'm just saying that was something I thought about. I liked it.
I personally think that the couples who...
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I definitely like that she was like, this is why I think you're actually upset. And that reason seemed valid. Like, yeah, he's not being able to change on his own terms, whatever. And then she gave him the tough love. But I'm just like, if every instance y'all have something that y'all need to talk about and it's tough love every time, I just feel like that can be annoying, because you can give people the truth without it having to be the, like, in a, like, tough love type of way, like the hard, like Thea May style, whatever she was doing type of way.
Yeah, but then also in giving credit to what we have seen from Thea thus far, I don't see an issue with it being an episode of like she says something and he's like, damn, that was harsh. And then she like stops and thinks about it and then comes back to him. And I could totally see Thea saying, do you want me to give you the tough love or do you want me to give you the soft love? I could totally see that being a thing. And then again, I don't even have a problem with that. Like, I have a problem with these relationships built off of babying and built off of like, oh my God, you're so pretty. I just love you so much. You're my eternal. It's doing absolutely nothing. It's what got Spencer in purgatory as we speak. We can't be honest with one another and the shit is not cute. It's not.
I definitely like the truth. I definitely like the truth. I'm just wondering if that's going to be a problem for them. But we'll see. That's something in the future. You know what I mean? But
I don't know if it's going to be a big problem, and if it does create contention, I think there's going to be great contention in story in it. The on the other end, it's the whole pacifying, don't ever tell nobody the damn truth. Spencer has spent how long validating every damn thing that somebody has decided to do and has only read it on them once. Meanwhile, they have been wildly out of control this entire damn time. I'm good. And I don't want to see it again.
Yeah. So I don't know. And then the other thing with Dia is like, girl, they good in theory, but they don't be
Not in theory.
They don't execute for me. That's just my thing. But the peck.
Well, guess what, Shanoa? I wish for you some Dia love, baby. As a friend, I am praying for you to have some Dia love, because this bullshit ass, surface ass, oh, we can passionately kiss, but I really don't give a damn about you in real life, and I could go 6 weeks without talking to your ass because you are afterthought behind a goddamn article that don't even matter once it's released. After 3 weeks, ain't nobody gonna remember it any goddamn way. I would much rather you have that than you suffer with someone who can passionately kiss your ass down, but don't think about you 2 times from Sunday later.
Why does it have to be all this? Oh my God.
I want to be clear of where I stand, honey. I am wishing Dia love on everybody that I love, because none of us deserve to be Spencer James. Spencer James don't even deserve to be Spencer James.
I don't want that either. I don't want what Dia got. I don't want what Olivia had. None of them is hitting for me. Also, the peck was fine. I'm gonna keep saying it because it didn't make me cringe. So I have to give him props on the peck. Cammy needs to go see Tasha Smith to get her acting together. I'm just saying. Okay, next point.
I have Shot up here. I don't know if we have actually spoken before, and Rama up here. Y'all want to go ahead and chime in as well?
Yeah, talk, y'all know I'll be talking.
I'll go after Shaw. I've spoken to you a few times.
Okay, my bad.
I just have different usernames on each platform.
Got it. I be trying to remember and like have it packed, but then y'all be switching it up on your girl.
Yeah. So I just have 2 things to say about All American. The first is that I know why Spencer is acting like this for She Who Shall Not Be Named, and I really think it's that season 3 episode when they went to that voodoo fortune teller shop. I think something happened in the realms on that day to get
Not he bewitched, child. Not he under a spell.
He really do, because there's nothing else to like explain this type of behavior. I really think that episode showed the shift, and I feel like they didn't tell us outright, but something happened in that episode, and I'm just gonna leave it there. And the last thing I'm gonna say, I really think that All American is struggling from a thing that a lot of shows struggle from. Like, they once one character gets super popular, they try to push them at the forefront, and I feel like since Olivia became like a fan favorite, they've been trying to push her too much. And I feel like the moment she started getting the push is when the show started going downhill and the writing started to make no sense. And I'm just gonna leave that there as well.
And I would be inclined to agree.
And about Homecoming, you know, that's my show. I'm a Thea warrior. I love Thea.
Come on, Thea warrior.
Nah, don't do my girl like that. I'm actually so excited that Damon kind of pulled Simone back this episode and let her know that Tia is not fake. She's not like these girls out here that be your fake friend, be around your circle, but they don't really like you. She gonna tell you. If you have beef with her, you gonna know she got beef with her. You got beef with her. You know what I mean? So
yes.
I love how they show us, like, through different avenues, just how much Thea and Damon's relationship has grown. Like, from them, her not wanting to say hello to him in that, first episode, to them now where they are, where he can say to somebody else that, hey, this is how she actually is, and that she's like this because she's spoken like this forever, so I love that for them. They spend every break together. He's been helping her with her recovery, and all of that is not shown on screen, and I feel like that's kind of the downside why people might not be shipping them as much, because they don't see how much they've been doing for each other, but they tell you that
Pause
they've
real
been doing a
quick,
lot.
because you speaking big facts, but also I have learned that we can't go with everybody is shipping, because all these, no shade to nobody on this live right now, but all of these broken ass people on the internet are out here pulling together random ass ships that are speaking from their brokenness. A lot of the healthiness is not popular in popular culture, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Go ahead.
That is true, and I just feel like, I don't know, I just want people to give my girl Thea grace. She is who she is, and that's that. And I also predicted, I'm kind of like patting myself on the back. I said on our last live that the coach was probably gonna come back. Marcus was probably gonna come back as the assistant coach.
Yeah, you were the one that said that. Yes.
I was the one. Yeah, and it worked out exactly how I imagined it. They would have done it, and I think it's gonna work out to beautiful storytelling. I don't know about Lando though. I mean, he's good in portions, but he looked like he here to stay, and I'm already tired. He is. But I don't.
But he got that hateful heart. I can't get with a hateful heart. I can't get with a jealous heart. Jealous people, you gotta watch them. Like, they capable of a lot.
Not too much on Lando.
Not too much on Lando because he's fine. This is how we be out here with no pour, about to get set out because these fine ass niggas be no girl, no.
True, because when he first popped on the scene talking about Damon stole his spot, I was like, boy, you tripping. So I know what you mean by the jealous heart thing.
He does, and he's worse than Cam. Like, we saw growth with Cam, but I don't feel like it's gonna be the same with Lando. I feel like, I don't think.
But that was family legacy though. Like, his whole family went to that same school. That means a lot.
And ain't nobody tell your ass not to be better than Damon. Like, who fault is that? Like, that's not my problem, baby. You gotta take it up with Jesus.
He's back, so his problem is solved.
Like, he has to take that up with Jesus. Like, I understood his reason why, but I'm just saying, like, the way what that does for him, and like speaking about him versus Cam, right? Like, I love that comparison. Cam was always raggedy, but I understood him because it felt like it came from a very surface place. Like, it was clear that he wanted to be Spencer, but it didn't feel like he was ever capable of like hurting Spencer or like doing some behind his back. Lando gives me he will poison your ass, and I don't trust it.
Not poison, child. Oh my goodness.
I don't think he's gonna take it that far. Not poison.
I don't know what he's capable
like they'll
of.
Be friends in the end.
I think
I don't know what he's capable of. His jealous spirit is a little bit too heavy for me.
I just think it's interesting. We all could tell that they're setting up Damon because that's how they're doing. But
yeah,
what is this whole storyline where like I gotta date the person that I kind of have a thing for's enemy? What's that? I was saying this in a space last night. Like, that's gonna be interesting. Like, if Simone dates Lando and then Damon and Thea are dating, what's the purpose of that? I don't get it.
Drama.
If Simone dates Lando, I cannot with Simone dating Lando. Like, that would literally be for optics. It would be for optics, just because you want to see these two chocolate ass fine people together.
Yes, because that's my thing. Oh my god.
No, I can't. I don't feel like that's what's happening with Thea, but I do feel like that would be kind of like, I don't know, but I don't know if Simone would think like that to do that. And Simone and Thea are not actually enemies. So, like, let's be clear with that. They are not actually enemies. They are beefing right now, but these hoes is not enemies. Both
That's
of
true,
them
and
are
they hinted
simple.
to that this episode.
I don't know what
When
they
what's
are.
her face said that Simone low key misses Thea, and she doesn't like that they're beefing. So I
Yeah,
feel like they're
Keisha said
gonna make
that.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keisha said that.
Right. I clearly know they're beefing. I clearly know that y'all got a little bit of problems. Simone ain't gonna throw hands though. Like enemies are like you willing to throw hands. They not about to throw hands at each other. They just got an
Mm-hmm.
attitude or whatever. And Thea is wrong, but feels like she's right. And that's cool too. Like they're not actually enemies.
Child, I
I
guess
don't
they're
know how I
frenemies.
didn't know what button to press
Yeah.
on this thing. I've been holding this phone for I
Simone
don't
need
know
to
how
work on her
long.
tennis. That's what she need to do.
Look, I
Wait,
didn't
who
Respectfully.
press
was
the button.
that?
Good
What's your
this
name?
day.
It's a
Grandma.
heart for your name.
Oh, never mind.
Good, it's Destination Destiny, but
Oh, okay.
it's Desi.
She
Yeah,
gotta
but
work on her tennis respectfully. Like you
Hold
and
on
sis.
1 second. Desi's talking real quick.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, you good.
no, my
Go ahead,
bad,
Desi.
y'all. I just cut the thing on, didn't even know. Uh, child, I've been sitting here listening to all this. Okay, let me get my brain together in about 2 seconds. Okay,
Okay,
look,
I just didn't want to talk over you, but you can still pop back on now that you know how to turn it on.
yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to say real quick, the All American Homecoming. I feel like it was way better than All American, but I didn't. The only thing that I don't like, I didn't. No, it's not something that I didn't like. I feel like where you think the story is going with Keisha and Cam, like, or like, what do you think what was the purpose of them showing? Was that just some screen time to show her auditioning for this dance stuff?
With what? What you mean?
Like when she went to the lady and the lady was just like all mean and stuff to her, like I like what was the purposes of that? Like what was the purposes of that and the purpose of Amara like really going off on the lady from the financial aid office or whatever office she worked in?
Oh, okay. I think that was their way of like adding in a little bit of editorial. So echo. Oh shoot, sorry, I didn't mean to remove you. Request me again, Lawrence. I was just trying to mute you at that time. Sorry. But so if you haven't been to a HBCU, you probably have not experienced this at this level. But administrative challenges is something that has come up a lot. And I don't know if everybody's as mean as Beulah or whatever the hell that lady name is. I can't remember what her name is, but it's always like literal challenges with the
Rosinette.
bureaucracy and what's her name?
Was it
Rosinette.
Robinette?
Robinette or Rosinette.
Something like that.
I'm gonna call her as Beulah.
No, Beulah is Lisa, child. You know I call her Beulah.
This space, and I'm just saying this space is funny, and you know I don't appreciate the hatred.
John, this is not the time. You gotta talk about that in a second. Okay, so what that was supposed to speak to is literally like the show giving commentary on what happens at HBCUs because usually they're working with limited resources because not everybody is Howard Spellman and Morehouse, right? They have limited staff, they have limited resources. There are students that are trying to get things cleared through Pell Grants and other, scholarships and federal aid and like other like nonprofit aid and stuff like that. And it happens often where things are falling through the cracks and they have like some arbitrary deadlines and things that pop up that creates further stress and tension for students that it doesn't necessarily have to happen. Like I was a collegiate athlete and there was a few times where I had to go to the administrative office, so much so to the point where the coaches started to go on our behalf because we should never had any issues when it comes to funding. And when it came to like, oh, I registered for these classes, but y'all trying to say it didn't pay, but that's because all of the athletic scholarships come out on the 4th, but today is the 3rd, and y'all trying to say that we are past due and you gonna kick us out of school. Meanwhile, I just did a 5 a.m. practice for this damn school. What you talking about? So I think that that's what they were really trying to show of like giving us a little bit of a setup of what's happening at the university. And that's going to tie into Amara's storyline. Like clearly she's going to have to go through and start to clean house. And her moments of contention or her biggest conflicts are probably going to come from a lot of the staff and faculty who want to go along to get along and go with whatever they've been doing versus innovate and try to find ways that they can create a more harmonious place for their students to thrive. I really, really loved it. It wasn't like a super prominent part of the story, but it was dope. And then her being able to name Cam as like student liaison administrators need that. They need their ears to the streets to know exactly how certain policies and rules are affecting the students that they're supposed to be here to teach. So that's kind of like the explanation that I believe.
Okay, educator, because that just cleared it up for me. Because I'm like, what is going on with all this drama, like this extra drama? So, because it's just a lot going on. But okay, then I'm gonna let somebody else speak. The next thing I want to say is I don't understand Lando's attitude. Like, I'm never gonna understand his attitude. I'm glad Damon got back. Is going to stay at Princeton.
Yeah. Lawrence, mute yourself for me, please.
I'm glad that that Damon is staying at Princeton. I am team Thea.
But he looked good. He looked good in that black and green, y'all. Like he looked really damn good in that black and green. I didn't want him to go to Hawkins, but that uniform is right.
It was sad, like what he was envisioning while he was on the thing. Like the whatever they call it, where he was like pitching the ball. Yeah. But other than that, I'm team Dia. I love them two together. I don't want this to be a Damon. I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't. I feel like she may. I don't really know if how they gonna spin this. If she do date Lando, maybe she's gonna be the one to like change him to make him more like less negative. But I mean,
but we already got that. Keisha's already working on Cam. We don't need I don't need Lando to date nobody.
Yeah, I don't really want her to date nobody. I feel like, you know how you say you want Spencer to just focus on Spencer. I think Simone with this tennis, because honestly, Simone could really just let tennis go. In my opinion, she could go do something else. She could just seriously go do something else. Like it's so it's like cringy to watch. Like how she gonna tell Tootie, you've been coming for me, so let's just handle it on the court. Girl, how? How? Like, you right. She needs to shut the hell up. Like, she doing way too much. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's like she forcing herself to be this athlete. Like, it's just, if she's not gonna lock in and really do good with it, then she just needs to just stop it and do something else.
I agree.
Somebody said, I don't know which girl said it, but they said that that Thea, they worried that Thea is gonna be too too straight, too hard, too tough, lovey for him in the future. Like not like, what if that be like a thing, like a deal breaker, because she can't be like ever. I guess they was trying to say like, when is she ever gonna like be able to help him in a more without being that aggressive and be like. She always been like straight direct since they introduced her character, but I think that she hasn't always been like I don't know if I can say like bitchy, because when he was going through it with what he was going to do when he found out that was his mama and stuff, she wasn't like being mean to him. She was there for him in that way, like in a vulnerable kind of way. Like, like, hey, at some point you're going to have to face this. At some point, like, she's not all Miss Tough Ass. Like, she got a soft spot too. It got to be a reason why he cared for her.
Yeah, and then that's even making me think about when he was being shitty to JR, and she was just like you're doing with JR, and it's not his fault, and like,
yes, she told him right then and there. She was like, that's not his fault. He didn't ask for this. Like, yeah, like she put him in his place in the right. I feel like they just work good together. I just don't want it to be forced, him and Simone. Like, people was making a big deal because he looked like when his brother JR said, oh, we did this and now you can stay or whatever, and he had glanced at what's her name, but he glanced at her because she had just, first of all, Simone, why are you popping off at the wrong people? Like, have this energy with that racket thing and tennis. What? No, she did not storm up in the gym talking all this cash money shit. Like, I just cannot. How dare she? Like, he was just like blindsided, like, what? This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Girl. Yeah, and when I really think about it, going back to before we get on to Simone, talking about Damon and Thea. Now that I really think about it, Shanoa, she was able to be so hard and beat Thea Mays because it was related to sports, and that's something that she's been working her whole life in. So like, she's always gonna have that tough love thing there, but like outside it, like like Desi said, she has been able to be vulnerable. So I think that we can't necessarily assume that she's going to be like this all the time, because on the court, on the field, that's one thing, because we about business and we winners out here. But in real life, I think that she has been able to show that she's opening up and she's capable of meeting him where he's at.
That's pretty much all I
y'all
gotta
be trying
say.
to convince me to cut that girl slack, and you know what? It works until I start watching the episode. I need to get better. I need to start cutting her more slack. More slack. I need to get some compassion for Thea, because she just get on my nerves every time. Okay.
And Simone didn't get on your nerves this episode?
No, Simone be doing a lot, but that's my girl. I'm Captain Simone. I'm the captain of her squad. That's my girl.
Well, when you captain, you also got to make sure the squad is right. You can't be out here rallying for somebody who lost their goddamn mind. Simone is basically unhinged at this point.
Listen, I be telling the truth when it comes to Simone and tennis. Listen, I know, but sometimes I also just be quiet. I don't say nothing.
She holler about picking up these balls.
Sometimes.
Period. She's mad about having to pick up these damn balls, girl. Anything that's gonna keep you on this court, you need to go ahead and go with it. Okay.
But somebody made a good point. The other day, it was like, remember when Simone beat her friend, whatever her name is, her friend, when JR was like, oh, it's just a match, don't worry about it. He was like, well, one of us will lose our spot if we win this match, if we lose this match. And that was for the top 6 thing. And then Simone won, but she still didn't make the team. What was that about? Remember that? So like,
it wasn't for the top 6 spot. I think it was to be able to still be on the team.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right, never mind then. Because I was like, well then, if all this is the truth, then why they so on Simone's head if she really earned her at least her 6th spot? You know what I mean?
So I imagine it goes like this. Like, they have the top 6, and then the entire team might have 12 people on it. So what she was competing for before was maybe because they were all in preseason. That's another thing. Baseball and tennis are both spring sports. So everything that we have seen was all outside of the scope of the real conference play. So maybe they were at 15 or 16 people, and before the season start, they had to get to 12. So Simone, in my opinion, when she played old girl with the nice little slick back, she was playing to be a part of the team, period. If she lost, she would have to try out again the following year.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because whatever happened, the girl ended up getting to keep her spot. So I was like, what? Remember that?
The girl was able to stay on the team, and then Simone lost. Or Simone won, but they picked the girl to stay. I guess because also maybe they felt like she was a well-rounded player. I don't know. The way they also did it wasn't super. No, she won over Simone.
Oh. She won over Simone, even though Simone won the match, and the rules were if you win the match, you're on the team or whatever.
Okay, so also, I don't know. We got to go back and rewatch it because the rules are not that. Like, that at the time, Simone was putting that on that of like she has to beat so that she can, because y'all know she had been struggling that entire time. So she had to be able to prove that she was going to be able to make it. It wasn't for her to actually like, if you win this, you will stay on the team. If she won it, she would look better to the coaches.
Okay. Because I was still trying to figure out why. Okay. Because then I was like, Simone, you got all this imposter syndrome, but really you should be where you at, regardless of if Thea was injured. But I guess that's wrong.
Simone was never that.
She should at least be 6.
No, Simone was never that.
She should at least be 6 is what I was thinking. Because maybe that'll help her get her mind right so she can really start, I don't know, dominating.
I don't know. Okay. Simone, we on season 2, and Simone's still not giving me that Serena energy that they said she has.
She isn't. She was better this episode, though.
Honestly, she should have never said that.
I've been looking for that Serena energy since season 1, episode 1, and she's still not giving it to me. And I'm like, where is it? How could you have it in high school and be sought out by the top colleges and you just not give it? Like, it's not making sense. It's not adding up.
Child. And that's why I think she need to go ahead and be quiet and just get to work, okay? Get
And
to
I
work.
Definitely
really
needs to
like
be
looking
quiet.
forward to this Mean Girl thing because I'm like, girl, what is you finna be mean about? You don't have no smack that you could talk for real. So like, hush. But that's my girl. So I'ma watch it. You know.
Erica, I do want to say, that's all I gotta say about All American Homecoming. But I don't want to speak about who should not be named and all that stuff with All American. All I want to say, I don't know how much longer I could tolerate that. But I just,
I love how I refuse to say the person name now. All y'all don't say their name.
You mean Olivia?
how dare he?
Who?
I just,
Olivia, right? We're talking about Olivia,
Who
right?
is this person you speak of, John? Jesus.
They're about to ban you, John. You better be careful out here.
Hey, they cannot ban me. I'm the one making the album for All American.
Release them tracks, my brother. Release them tracks.
But I just want to say thank you for reading the hell out of Asher. Okay, cause what? Like, first of like, child, they don't care. First of all, nobody cares about JJ. Let's just put it out there. Nobody
Tell the
cares
truth.
about JJ. They can actually like no shade. They can actually get rid of JJ off of the show and even try to spin it on some big dramatic. Oh, JJ didn't got killed in a car crash or something. Then here go
Damn.
Asher. Here
Hey.
go Asher.
Hey,
Asher
you
gonna
don't
be.
have to go
Oh,
that
I
far.
thought you was
Oh
saying
my
he got
Asher would have
dropped
been
from the
like,
program. Not he did.
but look, hear it out though. Hear it out though.
Just have him go be a stripper in Vegas.
But look, it's giving the old All American because, like, really and truly, shit hasn't gotten real since Coop and them homeboy got shot up or whatever happened to him and his little girl. Like, nothing has been said
Oh.
since Patience. Nothing has been said since Patience was singing at the funeral. Like, it's not this here is just a whole bunch of what is this? Like, they're just throwing all of everything all jumbled up together. If something was to happen to JJ, then here go Asher. I should have been a better friend. I shouldn't have been so hard on him. Blah 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 blah. Like it would just make him all back mopey, like he was mopey, like majority of the whole thing before he finally. I don't know what made him come out of that. Whenever he was sleeping in the car and just like sad about his parents and stuff, like really and truly, like why are they even showing that stuff about JJ and him anyway? Like, cause nobody cares about JJ. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he got if JJ got kicked off the team or whatever, and he's no longer like playing football or what. So what? JJ still he not gonna be hurt about that. JJ
He
still
not.
gonna
JJ
he's
is not
still
gonna give a
be
damn.
partying. He's
He'll
still
go be
gonna
a
live
stripper in
his life.
Vegas.
Which would still speak to if they want to have a conversation about Asher taking his coaching seriously, then why is he talking to JJ when he could be talking to the coach? Hey, JJ has missed this many weight room sessions. He's missed this many wide receiver. I know he's not a wide receiver, but I don't know the name of the damn position. So whatever the hell JJ is, he's missed this many meetings
Water
about
boy.
that. Can we cut his scholarship? Can we remove his like that would be the conversation if that was what he was really trying to do and they're trying to tell the story about him really taking his coaching seriously. But him running behind JJ trying to be his mama is just like nobody cares.
I
But
wouldn't even
then
want to
the
see
flip
that.
side of it
Then I
is,
would
Erica,
be like, oh.
if they just take what is the goal for Asher? Like what is he doing? Why is he doing what is he doing this for? Is he set in stone that he is the coach or an assistant coach for this man, Mr. Montez? What is he trying to get from this man that makes his only sole focus about this and being a coach?
That's the story that they want.
Yeah, that's what he said. Not for him.
He can't play football no more because his heart condition. So they're setting it up for in the future that he'll become a future coach for a college team or for a pro team. That's what.
But he's a freshman.
And
the same thing about thou should not be named. Nothing that's happening in your freshman year is changing this so much for you to only give a damn about that.
Period.
But are they freshmen though? Because I don't be knowing.
Nobody, girl. Hey, baby,
technically,
nobody goes to class. I haven't told nobody with a book.
Technically, Jordan and Spencer are the only freshmen.
Adult year for me.
Jordan and Spencer don't go to class either. So the question is, are they actually freshmen?
I'm talking about the stat. I'm talking about because of football status eligibility, they're freshmen. But as far as their credits and all stuff, we don't know what they are.
They're not acting like freshmen, though. They're acting like adults. I feel like if the show did a time jump, it would have been this. So I feel like we gained nothing from this college storyline, and it's sad.
See, I was saying, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but you did just say something that I thought about. Because I'm somebody who's writing my own little like telenovela and all stuff. Eventually, I would like to see about selling the script. But like when there's not anything like planned, when you know that like the story like it's not gonna go like it's not gonna have any crazy impact in the future. Time skips are not a problem. Like if they would have time skipped like like they would have had like their freshmen some of their football like their struggles becoming accepted on the football team and stuff like that, and having time skips because like I said, like let's be real, what has this season really shown us for Asher aside from him trying to impress the coach? What is it? The only person that's really got any character development throughout like this whole season is it has like a compelling storyline. It's maybe Layla, and with Patience coming back. But aside from this, all we've gotten is a rinse, wash, repeat of Olivia trying to basically undermine her now ex-boyfriend's freshman football season or potential sophomore season. You have Jordan. I mean, Jordan just trying to impress Layla. Like it's not been like giving anything as far as like compelling storyline. It just feels like that this is like a giant filler episode for something that's bigger like the next season. Like a time skip would not have been a problem for like this like multiple time skips. But I know they're trying to make it coincide with All American Homecoming. But I mean, it's like I said, the season's just not giving us compelling storylines.
Intern era. Like she's a ground person trying to work her way up in a company. She doesn't feel like a freshman to me. Like she should be writing for the college paper. Like I don't know.
No, she's writing for she's a college intern. She's an intern, but she's writing basically a storyline that will uproot the college's football team altogether. Not on top of that, the person she cares about two people she cares about happen to be on that team. Like she not only is way out of character because like you said she should be writing for the school and stuff like that. Not not anything beyond that. But she also showing that she's just basically just not giving a damn about anybody that have to be a crossfire of this whole situation. It's more so just to serve her own little purpose. It's just like her obsession with it's basically. Has she had any straight hair throughout this whole season?
You know what?
Remember, I brought that up. I think it was back then. I remember I brought it up in the chat, or I brought it up in like the little this thing back then. I was like, have you ever noticed that whenever she has an obsession or like is like self-destructing, she always has straight hair on? Like, I've been wondering if she had.
You're talking about so.
Okay, so this certain character that has an addiction, like I've always noticed that whenever she's like spiraling, she always has straight hair. Does she have straight hair throughout this whole season?
No, she has not.
Okay, now this really
I feel like she's so far gone.
We're talking about Homecoming. I don't know about this lady that y'all are speaking about. And
okay, sorry. Okay, yeah. We're
giving a lot of energy to somebody who is actually a non-factor.
Okay. Now, let me talk about Homecoming. Okay, Homecoming, because that's what I want to talk about. All right, so we were talking about the Thea, the tough love and everything. Someone said it and everything. Like, you have to remember that she is somebody who is a sports athlete. Sports athlete, especially at her level, especially when, again, you get her backstory on how she pretty much didn't really have any friends, wasn't dating, none of that stuff when she was traveling around the world playing, tennis. To be at that level, she had to have been getting tough love and, always getting tough advice from people. So that's all she really knows how, like, not saying that's all she knows how to do, but like her doing that shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. But she's also shown, but she has shown that like when it's outside the scope of playing baseball and then outside of sports, she can be an empathetic character. So I actually do like that. They give her like that kind of like leniency when it comes to, like, they don't just have her be like a one-track person where it's just tough love all the time. Simone, I don't know if anybody talked about this, but Simone really pissed me off this episode. And it has nothing to do with the whole thing where like she basically beamed the hell out of one of her teammates with a tennis ball, because she did show restraint until they started, antagonizing her. It has to do with the fact that she tried to drag Damon into this whole situation. And I get it. Yes, that's he's supposed to be your friend, blah, 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 this and that. But the thing is, you're dragging him into a situation where he has to choose between two people that, he cares about. These are two adults. You need to solve that you need to solve that with each other. And the fact that Simone came really aggressively at Thea, it just was very off-putting towards me. Because I'm like, you're acting out towards the wrong person. And I'm telling you right now, after she got that little, and I think it was Shanoa brought it up, why Tootsie or whatever her name was basically gave away her master plan in the elevator like some kind of evil Disney villain. Simone better give Damon and Thea a goddamn apology. Because she came at them the wrong way, tried to drag Damon into a situation that and you saw how Damon was conflicted when he came over to apologize. And he was right about everything he said. But at the same time, it was not Simone's place to drag him into it. But outside of that, the whole Lando coming to Brinson thing, I can't wait for that because that's gonna be messy. I hope they don't do the date your rival's ex, or that kind of thing, like Lando dating Simone. I personally I can't see Simone dating Lando. I can see them just being like acquaintances that happen to give each other some good advice and play off of each other. But if they do have them date, then it would be something that only like the writers for the regular All-American LA would write, and I'm not for it.
Good point, John. You made some really compelling points. I'll speak on your point about Simone. Look, I get what you're saying, that she shouldn't have come at Thea like that, but everybody's just attacking her and buying into this narrative that she intentionally tried to hurt Thea. And Thea is the one that started that fire. So to me, it's incumbent on Thea to squash all that. If she truly wants to focus on her recovery and just try and get back on the tennis team, then she owes it to Simone to.
Who is everybody?
Not everybody. It's just a little minions.
Who is everybody, Kofi? Hold on, y'all. Who is everybody, Kofi? Who is everybody that's attacking her?
I'm talking about the people on the tennis team that bind.
Call them out, though. What are the actions? Because that's another thing that I think that a lot of us are missing. Getting caught up in the hype of like Thea coming to her and like, you will never beat me, you will never beat me. And, oh, everybody saw that. And then, oh, Simone has to pick up these tennis balls, as she should as a freshman on any team. That's how it goes. I was hazed to high hell, and I was actually better than every single four that I was competing against on the basketball team, and definitely better than the middle hitters on my volleyball team. I struggled the most on my volleyball team because they knew I was bought in. I was receiving the most amount of money in scholarship and getting more than they were experiencing. So I experienced a ton of it. And not to say that hazing culture is right. I don't know. Like, I'm still processing, and I was talking to Naya about this earlier. Like, maybe I'm just toxic because I lived it and I don't have a problem with it. I'm perfectly fine with being hazed as a freshman. They're not attacking you because they act. John, you have a huge echo in your background. It's very, very loud and distracting. It's not attacking you to say, pick up these balls because I told you to. That's what happens as a freshman college athlete. If it's not tennis, then it's volleyball. If it's not volleyball, then it's basketball. So like, Trudy, Tootie, whatever the hell her name is, got a nasty ass stank on it, and she has a whole plan to it. But that's also part of the game. Part of me telling her to shut up is because this is a part of it. It's going to also happen. Well, it might not happen when you're tennis because you're an individual player. But if I was to go to the WNBA and I would be first year into the WNBA, it would happen there too. Like, Simone, you mad about picking up these damn volleyballs, girl? I was washing thongs. Be clear. It happens. But
That's
go ahead,
real.
Kofi.
I think you misunderstood. I don't have a problem with the hazing. That comes with the character.
But you're saying that people are attacking her, and part of it is just hazing.
Okay.
It's not actually an attack.
Let me rephrase. I just don't see why she's getting what's with the negative energy? That's my thing. Okay. She's just there to try and be the best tennis player she's trying to be. She's not trying to come for anybody's spot. She even said that the girl, I don't even care about her to even say her name. So she even said Simone made the point to say we can all shine, we can all, achieve to do great things. Like so yeah. If she that negative energy towards people, if they can keep coming at her, I ain't got no problem with it. All right, that's just me.
Who is coming at her? Who is everybody? Like, I want you to be specific.
All right,
it's only Tootsie.
Tootsie, yeah. So
all right then. So why are you out here? You about to validate her energy because everybody is literally two people, Tootie and Truth. I mean, in Thea.
All right. Well, I think she should take the advice of that. Well, we don't know. I'm surprised we don't even know this dude's name yet, the guy that she was with in New Year's Eve. But because he had said while she was doing that I'd gotten hazed in my freshman year and my sophomore year. Sometimes it's just better to give out the energy that people be giving you. So maybe she could do that. Or, like you said, she could put her head down and just work hard. And then when she balls out, then they ain't got nothing to say. So that's probably what she got to do. But the big thing that I really want to talk about is JR and Cam. I'm going to start with Cam first. Yo, man, Cam's my dog, bro. Like, the fact that, and this is so relatable because I got homeboys that had financial problems, that were athletes, and then circumstances that were beyond their control. They weren't able to pay for school. So the fact that they dived into this storyline to, explain all that, I appreciated it. So, and then JR in therapy, I think has done wonders for him because he's just doing great things up in here. So, yeah. And I thought this was a really dope episode. So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Hey, Kobe. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt Kobe. I have a question for you because I said it in the chat. What do you think of Lando and Damon being on the same team? How do you think that's going to be?
I'm sorry, John. Say that again. I didn't hear you. What did you ask me?
Because you told me I should have some tracks for this episode, which obviously I do since I saw Lando at the end of the show basically getting like a jersey and all stuff, so he's going to be on the team. How do you think that whole how that whole dynamic is going to play out, considering that I personally I feel like there's going to be some players on the team that are going to be welcoming to Lando. And also going to be welcoming to Damon, but I know there's going to be a little bit, and now they didn't show it and all stuff now because they only show like Santiago and JR, as the main guy talking. But I know there's going to be some animosity with the team considering that Damon did want to leave the team, so I know there's going to be conflict there, like almost kind of like like hey, you left us and this guy came to us, like that kind of thing going on. So I'm wondering, what do you think of that?
Okay, first of all, the fact that Lando transferred, I don't know what tricks JR Sr. pulled to even pull that out because I remember Erica had specifically said there was no way that he was going to be able to transfer, that Damon's transfer was a special circumstance given Marcus's mental health episode. So how he's there, I don't understand. But regardless, I just think he's just going to be there to cause, chaos and rivalry. And I honestly think JR Sr. is doing it out of spite towards Damon. That's how I really see it. Now, as far as Santiago and the other baseball teammates, I think they respected why Damon wanted to leave, because I think they kind of understood the situation. So I don't know if there's going to be animosity. I just think it's going to be a rivalry between the two of them, just to be quite honest. So that's how I see it.
Okay, great. And y'all can talk together outside of here because we want to leave everybody into the conversation, not just about the two of y'all and what y'all want to talk about. All right, going back to where we were at, let's talk about, let me see what y'all are saying in the chat.
Welcome in, Tony BRN. Hey, Leah. Hey, Jess. Erica says, I care about anything Layla. Trudy is a goofy ass villain for real, says Rainy Day Studios. It's Spayla all over again. What's Spayla all over again? Like Riverdale, all characters had strong storyline despite it being mainly about two characters. Easy to buy in. All American falls flat. Child, and that's what it's feeling like. It's definitely feeling like. Yes, I'm actually on the live talking. One sec, I'll be right back into the Twitter Spaces.
Oh, my bad.
I haven't watched the episode yet, but I'll be back if y'all still.
E, are you
okay,
talking? Because I can't hear you.
Lando will be.
Yes, I'm actually on the live talking. One sec, I'll be right back into the Twitter Spaces.
Oh, my bad.
Erica, beep for real. I can't. Wasn't that about scholarships? Because remember, Simone mom stopped Simone's tuition payment. Yeah, so that was definitely a driving force for Simone when she first was pursuing a position on the tennis team. She wanted to get back into tennis, the sport that she loved, but then she also needed to pay for school. Now she don't actually need to do that. Which also speaks more to like, well, girl, you ain't even working hard enough. So like, let's be clear. She got to remember the only reason she on the team is because Thea got injured. Athletes know this and will treat you accordingly. Ooh, that's real. That's real, Tony. But JR said that the team understood why he wanted to leave. They did. Plus, nobody was coming for Simone until Tootie started to plant seeds of division. I don't know if I believe, and this is what I was trying to speak to. All right, Kofi, see you later. This is what I was trying to speak to when Kofi was talking, and he was saying like everybody's attacking her or coming for Simone as she thinks. I feel like she's equating everything to people coming at her. Like, you being hazed as a college freshman, it's not everybody coming for you. It's a part of like how the system works. Like, you just having to do a little bit extra and work harder, and it's not the most easiest walk in the park. It's not everybody coming for you. Like, yes, Thea has clear animosity for you. She says that you will not beat her and you will not beat her. And thus far, it is showing that you ain't. Okay, cool. But like, I don't know if everybody is coming for her how she's kind of like imagining in her mind, which is also what, for me, how I'm like kind of struggling to validate this mean girl era that she's kind of walking into, right? Like, she wants to be a mean girl so bad to stand up and fight for herself, but also, girl, you like punching the air because, okay, Tootie is making your life a living hell by forcing you to pick up balls. And like, I don't know what that game was. The person with the back turned to them. Again, I have to go back and rewatch that scene because none of that made actual sense to me and how they played it. But that is not actually making your life a living hell. It's like she's using her power as an upperclassman and as number one, and you're number 6 within the starters, or what we would consider a starter, to like use her power against you. But it's not making your life a living hell, girl. If anything, every opportunity that's there is an opportunity for you to become a better player. Like this little game with the person's back and you got to hit a certain spot, that is about marksmanship. That is about being able to intentionally place the ball somewhere it needs to be. Because guess what? If it's like deuces and you need to get this damn point and this person that you're playing against don't take deep corner shots very well, you need to be able to hit that. So like, I get it and how it seems like, oh, it's so bad and everybody got this negative energy for Simone, but it's nothing different than what it would be like being a college freshman. Damon is only not experiencing it because he was supposed to go to the damn pros. And at the end of the day, it's a certain level of respect that come to that. And he went to a failing team. But if Damon would have went to a baseball team that is already well off and he's not the best player coming in, he would also be experiencing this as well. We watched Spencer James experience it. Well, he got a little bit more flack from the coach than he did from the players. But it's like all a part of it. I think that Simone is creating things to be a little bit bigger than what they are, and it's allowing her to shift her focus from where she really needs to be. And all of it is basically like having her run in place. So it's not going to serve her, if that makes sense. But it could have been anyone else. Would they have done her the same way? She gotta remember the only reason that she's on the team is because. Is that what you're saying, Shanoa? All right, I'm popping back into the Twitter Spaces because I don't know what that means. I'm confused.
What were you saying, Shanoa, in response to Tony?
Sorry, I had to mute you on my iPad.
No
in
worries.
response to Tony. Okay. So So this is what I was saying. She was saying that they're acting accordingly because she's number 6. But if Simone wouldn't have made number 6 and it would have been another girl, would they have treated her the exact same way? Because I feel like they are hazing her, yes, but some of the animosity is also coming from this whole Thea injury and the fact that Tootsie is using this as a narrative to run with, saying that Simone is trying to sabotage people. So that is what I was asking.
Right, but then what are the girls doing by way of that? Because it seemed like they just ignoring her and she got a problem with it. So like, they not your friend because they believe the lie? Okay. None of them actually have any power to do anything. Like, none of them are tripping you in the cast and like hiding your book. Like, what are they doing, Simone? They not your friend? Really, girl?
I mean, I guess that's the part that she is hurting her feelings because they were cool with her before Thea said this whole thing. So, you know what I'm saying?
Well, then again, it's just her validating her need to be distracted, because if that's what you're concerned about, baby, you still focus on the wrong things.
Yeah.
But I hear you. I totally hear you. Simone, you want us to believe that you about to be this tennis phenom. Meanwhile, you're getting your ass beat by a girl with one arm and you crying because they won't be your friend. I don't think Serena's crying about that.
I mean that's true. But she did mention that as an issue. She was like, because they weren't treating me like this before. You know, I was like, okay, well, listen.
Worry about being people's friend and talking big shit once you already sitting at the top. Like, it's the being at the bottom for me and having everything to say and needing everybody to believe in you. And if it's like, it's fine, they don't believe in you, make them a damn believer.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not really understanding what this storyline is going to be because I'm just waiting for her to get it together for real when it comes to tennis. Like, when are we going to see her, like, really working really hard and, like, improving a lot by a lot?
My volleyball teammates, when I first got there, they literally were talking to each other and they said I was not worth the money that coach spent on me.
Dang.
So, girl, Simone, be for real.
That's so mean.
And I had the highest scholarship amount, literally.
Oh, they were so jealous.
But it's like, I could have been worried about that and like, oh my God, you guys don't think I'm worth the money. Meanwhile, the money is in my damn account and paying for these books and these classes and it's not coming back. And all I got to do is figure out how I'm about to make a way. And then I make a way. And I show you. I'm not running around telling you, why don't you think I'm worth the money? Please believe I'm worth the money. No, home, take this spike real quick. I ain't letting none of your balls come over the net. Yes, I just blocked your ass again. Remember, that was $5 right there.
Because
that was another $5 right there.
The money, right? I don't know what the deal is with this whole tennis thing, because it's like, it's such a new thing. It's not like we actually saw her dominating when they said she was, so they created this whole thing so she get her own show, which is fine. But I'm just like, okay, so she used to be this great player, but we're not seeing it on screen,
right?
So it's like legends and tales of days past when you were so great, never seen it,
And we're not seeing you fully work to get back there. Like, you're so caught up in the drama of all of that.
Okay. All right, I want to take a second and I want to apologize to both Kofi and John. I realized what I said was a little bit direct and it might have been off-putting. What I want to do in fostering, like, I'm being very, very, I think, a little bit more critical now when I bring people on after last week's episode. As y'all can see, I'm a little bit trepidatious to bring people back on video, even though I know, like, these people are, like, not who that person was, right? I want to be able to, when we have these conversations, especially when we open up the floor to everybody, I want us to be able to have full-on conversations. So I'll bring some people on one by one to speak, but then when it's open and it's like an open floor plan and like everybody is talking, I want us to prioritize us having community conversations and moving storylines, or not storylines, child, not us breaking down fiction and I can't get storylines on my head. Us move, right? I want us to. I want us to be able to foster full conversations amongst community, and there's time and space for us to have the one-off and the thoughts, and I want to I ask you what you think, then cool, share. But when we're having a full-on conversation and you stop what we're talking about to make sure that your point gets made, and that's not something that everybody else is talking about, or you direct something to one other person, meanwhile there's 6 other people who are also part of the conversation, that's not something I actually want to do. But also I don't want it to be weird. And I'm like thinking back, I'm a very reflective person. Like I said, most of what y'all see in my videos and hear me say or see me do on this live is literally, or like see me say about characters is literally how I live my life. I literally look at these characters and judge them based off of whatever I actually think as a person. So I want it to be honest. I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait and maybe say something in the video, but no, it's like in the moment I really was thinking about it. I was like, damn, that was a little bit crass, it was a little bit harsh, but in the moment I did feel like, honestly, I know that John and Kofi didn't mean it, I kind of felt like y'all kind of hijacked the momentum of the conversation to talk about what y'all wanted to talk about, and maybe you felt like you didn't get a chance to jump in when those things was being talked about, and I can do a better job of moderating. Shout out to Sweet Life where oh boy, just couldn't moderate a podcast correctly. But anyway, I digress. Maybe I could do a better job of moderating, but I want to issue an apology to y'all and say I'm sorry if that was harsh or if your feelings were hurt. I noticed that both of y'all left after that. So I would imagine that, I'm not laughing at you laughing like your feelings being hurt, but like awkwardly laughing. I value y'all so much, and I didn't mean to hurt your feelings at all, but I do want to keep the conversations flowing, and we were in a really good groove of like everybody throwing out different things, and it kind of like stopped in that moment. And I don't know, maybe this is an opportunity to also just take stock of like, as we are having conversations in community, and like when you want to take the floor and call attention to yourself, then like being mindful and intentional of like what you are calling attention to. I don't know. But I offer that up for you both because I do love you both. You guys have been around and you have been riding for a while, and I appreciate you. So I hope that it wasn't taken as ill intention, even though it was very direct. But I definitely noticed the shift, and I don't want anybody to feel away. Okay, back into the live.
Offer that up.
All right, I'm back, y'all.
Because I do love you both. You guys have been around and you have been riding for a while, and I appreciate you. So I hope that it wasn't taken as ill intention, even though it was very direct. But I definitely noticed the shift, and I don't want anybody to feel away. Okay, back into the live. All right, I'm back, y'all. Sorry, I had to say that.
That was so sweet.
Oh, I cannot with you. Thank you. I didn't mean for that you like. I don't want no brownie points or nothing. I just wanted to address it.
No, I know you don't, but that's what I'm saying. It was so nice.
It was beautiful.
Ciao. Okay, I be talking a lot, so somebody else say something. Sorry, I
I
don't want to
think
be
Rima
overspeaking.
Yes,
wanted
it's
to
the
say
energy I want.
something.
Yes, everybody like falling over for somebody else to talk. Yes, I love it. Lawrence has never Lawrence kept requesting, and then he was like talking, and then he's gone. So Lawrence, if you're watching this replay, next time you come with your points, babe, so we can hear. Anything
Yeah,
we missed?
with Simone and like tennis, I feel like maybe her attitude is like because she's been out of the sport for so long. Like I ran track when I was younger, and like people sometimes are nice and sometimes people are rude, and unfortunately, like when you get better than other people, like that's actually when people's like nasty streaks will like come out and like people will start acting funny because you're better than them. But unfortunately, that's just like sometimes how it goes. And I kind of like I personally wanted to see like more clips of Simone maybe staying later, kind of like what she was doing before she had to play Thea when they had her like try out for the tennis team, and then she was like training with Damon. It's like when you compare Damon's work ethic and him, taking some extra time to practice and like really make sure he's on the top of his game, I just feel like Simone doesn't really put in the time. I think her coach, one of the critiques was like she over rotates with her racket and like her body positioning is off. And I've seen nothing so far to like show that she's like trying to improve. She's trying to get better. It's kind of like, why don't you like me? It's like Miss Mama's like we in college, first of all, like you will learn in college, like college will teach you like don't take nothing personal. Like I've been in college and like spoken to people and literally like you will talk to somebody today, you will see them in the hallway, you'll say hey, people look at you right in your face and keep walking. Like it's not personal. Train, keep it moving, and let's go. Like this is college athletics. Everybody's trying to get to the next level. Everybody has like a Olympic dream, NBA dream, US Open dream. Everybody wants to be the next Serena, next LeBron, next Usain Bolt, next this person, next that person. So it's like you got to put the work in, sweetie. Like stop crying. Let's go.
Yeah, literally everything that you just said. I second that.
Yeah,
I would
Rama,
love
talk
to
that
see her
talk.
do more work. I would love to see her do more work. And again, like I wouldn't say that if it wasn't in line with what her personality has been shown to be, but like her trying to cosplay Mean Girl, it's just like, girl, it's not working for you. Don't this feel weird?
Yeah, I keep saying it. I'm just like, girl, I don't understand what the point of this is finna be. Like, okay, yeah, sometimes when you people go low, you go to hell, whatever. But there's certain situations you have to do that, right? And I feel like this is kind of
It has
unfortunate
to be an
because you don't
equally
have.
thing. Like that is not something that you would just do randomly. Like
Yes,
going to hell is not. It's
yes.
something that's like really built up on.
Yes, and I feel like she don't have the space to go to hell because, girl, you can you cannot back up. Like they're really coming at you with valid critique about your tennis. So like, you probably have to get that together before you try to comfort people. You telling everybody you finna comfort them, but you need to comfort them on the court. Comfort them on the court.
I think I was talking to Naya and Melissa, and I was just like, she's gonna comfort them. Where's she coming? To the dorm? To the cab? Because that's the only place that she's seen any of these people. Like,
Right.
girl,
Just coming for them
relax.
with words, but she need to come with them with her game. Like that's the only way it's really gonna show anything. Like the actions speak louder than whatever mean talk you finna do. Like whatever charade you're gonna put on because you're not. I mean charade you finna put on because you're not really a mean girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think Erica said, I think last week that she would want to see Simone be more of a silent killer. And I'm on that team because I feel like right now she's kind of arrogant because what I'm seeing is valid points being put before her and her like reacting to it, like getting upset, getting loud, getting rowdy. And I'm like, why don't you go into your bubble? Why don't you work 10 times harder, and the next time you meet one of them on the court, You showed them, the coach and everybody, like, yeah, I've been working. I've been taking everything that you've been saying, processing it, working on it when y'all not looking, and this is who I am now. But I feel like she's trying to get respect without showing that respect. And I really hope that we don't see her magically like get a spark where she becomes better. Like, I really want to see her put in that work, because she right now the storyline is just, I just don't want her to become like an overnight beast. Like, I want to see her putting those hours in. You know what I mean?
I understand what you mean, and I honestly feel like I really just feel it's sad that I feel like the writers are just gonna keep on like letting her, showing her do the bare minimum to stay on this team, because I don't see her in the next few episodes to come. Oh, now she has the number one spot. Thea's all healed and now she's better than Thea. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, it's a no. I'm gonna need that not to happen.
Mm-mm. Oh.
And that's another opportunity for them to use Damon and Simone and their friendship. Because remember when they were training, like Rama, I think you just brought it up. They were training. That was a cute little episode. They should probably do that again or something.
Yep. I don't know if they're gonna be able to, because he actually got somebody more equally yoked to train with, but it would serve Simone for sure. Like,
I
Not the
actually
shade.
think
Dang.
that person gonna become Rambo.
I'm sorry.
I mean, was it deserved? Yes, but still.
Yeah, I know we talking about Simone and this tennis sport, but I want to say that I don't know if what's gonna turn me off on All American is if I gotta keep watching it and his daddy, the daddy just keep treating Damon bad. Like, I'm just over that part. Like, sir, own up to your mistake and try to fix the relationship with your child and just stop being like, just stop. Like, I'm just so over like people just having these this like all the time we watching all this negative stuff. Like, okay, so when is the breakthrough gonna happen already? Like, Damon, I understand that this is like really effed up, but like, are you going to forgive your biological mom? Just messed up because wait, like, why this even just messed up because wait, like, why this even went down like that? But if he does forgive anybody, maybe he'll forgive her before him, because he got this stank attitude, and for what? Like, I don't understand.
I
Like,
got
now
more
he's
smoke
gonna
for the
be
mama.
on the team. He gonna be back on Brinkston team to do what? For him to show, oh Lord, y'all, you know what's gonna happen? He gonna start showing Lando all type of like praise and all type of stuff on the team before, and giving Damon a hard time, child.
Ghetto. If he
Mm-hmm.
do, because you actually already do have a son that you chose to keep. So if you give anybody any praise, it need to be your son, who you've been counting out this whole time, because before you knew that Damon was your son, every time you came to campus you gave Damon all types of love, and JR just sat there looking like somebody stole his cookie. I don't know what's going on with the damn daddy. I'm so over his ass. Like, the amount of audacity coupons that he must have had, like he had them hoes like buy one get 16 free, because he is not running out of audacity. He has not humbled himself. He is not guilty. He is not a damn thing. Like, he literally had the audacity to call his little boy selfish. Huh? Sir,
Yeah.
what?
It's the
Yeah, that
goal.
took
It's
me
the
And
out
then was
goal.
too.
talking about how he always left. Like, boy, hush.
Has he
Well, that's
apologized?
what I started leaving, because when I was 2, I got put out and I said never again. That's what I would have fucking said, because you got.
Yeah. He did come back with a little zinger. I guess I get it from my daddy or whatever he said. But I was like, I don't understand, y'all. But I feel like Damon is kind of making a minuscule step forward when he realized he still wanted to be at Brinkston, regardless of the fact that his daddy is the coach, right? And he knows that he want to stay. And now he's back on the team. That's his little first step towards reconciliation to me in my brain. Now, the daddy needs to suck it up, because he was all the way
Electric
wrong.
chair.
You made this lady give her son up, and then it was your son all along. Like, you're wrong. You're not right in any regard. And then because you really could have just left her. Like, y'all could have got a divorce. She didn't have to give up her baby. And that's why I got more smoke with her, because why you couldn't have paid me to give up my baby. Sorry. Couldn't have.
Don't get me started on
I would have
her.
left that man. What you mean? Anyway, so
Same.
he needs
Agreed.
to suck it up and be an adult, because you were all the way wrong. This man has these identity issues about being adopted and not knowing where he came from, blah, 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 blah. Because of a situation that was completely avoidable, in my opinion, it could have been completely different. And it's your fault and her fault, but it's mainly your fault. I blame the mom more, but it's still his fault more. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 100%
Right.
makes sense.
Okay. So, like, you're grown, like, you're the grown adult. He's literally a teenager. He's 18. So, like, you gotta, like, stop being antagonistic towards this boy. Also, you trying to keep him on the team, but yet you always got something sassy to say to him. How you gonna keep him on the team when you always got a little snark? Like, y'all, he get on my nerves. Get it together.
He's a child.
He's so immature to be so grown. Like, you're so old.
At his big age.
For real.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense how he's moving. I don't have Damon forgiving either one of them, if I want to be honest. We just haven't seen Celine, like, and that's something I made a point of, I think, on the last live, because people were like, well, Erica, you don't have enough smoke for the mama, you only got smoke for the daddy. That's because the mama been hiding since God knows how long, but as soon as she come out, I'm on that ass. Like, for
and
Jessie,
that's why she sent that present by JR. She didn't want that smoke.
Exactly. For Jessie to be the coach on this team, and like, he has every opportunity to fix, like, not necessarily fix what was wrong, but like move forward, and for him to like put his head between his legs and say, nope, I'm just gonna stay this raggedy ass Negro. It bewilders me. It truly does, because you literally could be doing better. You could go ahead and address it. Everything is out in the open. Damon is now deciding to stay, and like, you are passing the buck at every chance you get. Let's not acknowledge the fact that the reason why this boy even wants to leave the team is because I'm here. I'm going to come to his room and tell him that he's selfish and he ignorant. And what about JR? Even though the number one decision that has affected his life was when I last asked what about JR and kicked his ass out the house at 2 years old. Like, what, sir? Be for real.
Yeah.
And can I say, I feel like both the dad and Amara didn't treat Damon like the star player that he is. Like, this is someone that saved the whole, baseball team from going extinct. He was supposed to go pro. Like, you should be on your hands and knees begging him, throwing out offers for him to stay. So I just felt like he was just some other player that they could have done without, and they weren't given the energy that I feel like if LeBron was about to leave a team, they would be like, okay, we can give you this, we can give you that. I'll apologize even if I don't mean it, just to get him to stay. And I feel like they didn't do that for Damon.
But I think that's because the baseball program already saved and they already used him for what they needed him for, so they didn't feel like they had to do all that.
But they actually did, though. That was why. That was why they rushed it. They like put the time frame on it because she was getting pressure from the board to figure out what was going on with them because he was such a big draw. So instead of leaning into like, well, what can we do to make you stay and make it better? They leaned into like, well, we just gonna add pressure and he's gonna be forced to stay. No, he actually not. He can go. Y'all can go to hell and he can go to Hawkins.
Oh, you know what? I forgot that they were pressuring them. So yeah, you're right. Because why did they offer to fire Jessie Raymond? Oh, dumpy head at listen. Because that would have obviously, that's the point of contention. Okay, well, he's gone. He's axed. He's cut. Fired him. I don't know.
And Jessie ain't even a star coach, so like, I don't know why he not really an asset. If you ask me, like, Damon is the asset. So in order for them to keep getting funding, in order for them to keep getting money that they've been getting, is to have Damon on the team for sponsors, for all of that. Like, Damon is the source. So I just didn't feel like it was realistic for any college would easily hand over their star player to their rival team. It wasn't
Right.
even the other team, it was their rival team. So I just feel like that was so unrealistic.
That's fair. That's fair.
I already smell. This is off topic, kind of. I smell conflict between Jessie Raymond and Coach Marcus, because Coach Marcus gonna think he's still the coach for real, but he's just the assistant, and that's gonna be problems.
I smell problems for everybody and the coach from Hawkins, because he decided to be a good human and do the right thing and release Damon. And meanwhile, Jessie Raymond Sr. is plotting behind his back to take Lando. Now he left with no damn pitcher. He had 1-star pitcher and a pretty solid backup, and now he got nobody. Where the hell they do that at?
Yeah, that was sad. I actually felt a little sad for him, just a tiny bit.
So I think that he's gonna be coming this season for blood. I don't know if Lando actually gets to stay. If we know this coach like we should by now, I don't know if Lando actually gets to stay.
So he'll probably just be on for like a couple episodes, and then he'll be back to Hawkins.
Or ineligible, or declared ineligible. He'll stay at Brinkston, but have to sit the season out.
Child, but you know how they gonna come behind. You know how Amara and all of them, such good people, they're gonna do everything they can to try to get the boy to stay, help him out in his situation.
He could get a college education. He don't need to play baseball. It's all right.
Not his legacy he don't need to be a part of, because he said his damn grandpappy and grandpappy was here and your ass came along and stopped my bloodline.
So y'all, what was the purpose? I just don't understand. What was the purpose of the guy, this random boy that she kissed, like talking to her with them balls on the ground?
He's a new character.
He still want her, and now all of a sudden he a tennis player.
Girl, he plays tennis
why
too.
Is he practicing with a girls' team? Is he like a student coach or something?
No, he plays for the men.
He plays tennis. Yeah,
he plays on the men's version,
so
the
now
men's
the
side of
men's
it.
tennis and the women's tennis practice together. They didn't do that before, did they?
Girl, hello. Yeah, so that's it. He's still very much so interested in Simone, and just so coincidentally, he was out for last semester, and now he back. He's giving, I guess he's a sophomore, so I guess he's in Thea's class. And
he's just not cute.
So is the love triangle gonna be him and Lando trying to go for Simone?
There ain't nothing I give a damn less about. Well, actually, aside from that damn article, like that would be running neck and neck to the pits of hell with that article. I don't care.
He's cute, but I don't really want to see Simone date him. Would I want to see Simone date Lando? Maybe.
Y'all putting a lot on Lando off of an attitude and looking fine in the uniform that clearly is there for these black men to look fine in. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, it ain't. I agree. There's no substance behind my desire. He's just cute, and I admit that.
That's the problem. See, we already got an infestation right now of some cute people that look cute together that give absolutely nothing but menacing over each other's lives as we speak. Do we need another version of it? I don't think so.
But we don't know if they're gonna give that. We have to wait to see. I'm just saying.
Lando is a jealous man. He is giving petty.
But baby, listen, I don't care.
He is giving dark skinned Jordan Baker. I'm good.
Ew, don't say that.
Too late. Too late.
Oh, you spoke about this way earlier, but I did want to say I agree with you about Miss Robinette or whatever her name is. I was literally thinking to myself, I was like, this representation of this old ass lady and these administrative issues at this HBCU is so spot on, like crazy. And also, why are you so hateful? And I was like, well, that's how they be. But why they
that's
be
how
like
they be. That is exactly how they be.
It was so spot on. But then I was like, why are y'all like this? Ugh.
Yeah, I loved it.
Y'all remember that whole Howard issue? I think it was like it was like that Tyrone Hankerson thingy. I think that was like the first time Howard had like a viral moment for like they financial aid issues. But like it's literally just like that. Like people were making thread after thread. I went to, you know, the administration building. Either they were like, yeah, we closing it down after a certain amount of time, but there's mad students who still need their like housing figured out, or they're saying like, oh, there's nothing left, or they're like, oh, people, their money didn't come in or something, they got dropped from their classes. Like it's just a lot. And the funding isn't there, and I think I actually really, really appreciated that storyline because I feel like we could do the whole, the clothes, the people, the culture, the marching band, all that stuff as part of the HBCU experience, but it's like you also have to be honest about the realities that the students who do go there face.
Yeah. You literally.
Y'all taught me a lot about that tonight because I did not know. I've never been to one of those schools. Oh, child. So Marcus and that lady supposed to y'all think they gonna get together, have some type of chemistry again?
I'm already off that train, but maybe. Where's Tina, Bina, whatever her name is?
I never even saw her. He had a little friend.
Well, Damon Mama is the one who got his ass back on the wagon.
Yes.
I literally thought it was unrealistic that if he was transferring for real, she wouldn't be her behind right down there in Atlanta.
She would have been there.
Yeah.
I was like, she must be on another show or something. Because where's she at?
Yeah, that's real.
So anybody else like peeped? Did y'all peep? Y'all peeped how Keisha was twisting?
I saw that. I sent it to Naya and Melissa, and I was like, "What is she doing?"
But when she performed, it was getting Britney Spears slay for you, like stomach motion.
Yo, while she was performing,
when I was like, she is walking mad hard for what?
It was a part of her like being in character, not in character of her character, but like that was her, I think, as like being in it, because if you notice when she actually was dancing, she was doing that motion for a few things. So I was like, oh, you were walking and like this was a part of your warm-up because you was expecting to go in and like get this audition immediately. So that's why you were walking like that. When I first saw it, I was just like, what the hell is Keisha, what the hell is going on? I know you with your boo babe, but what is this?
Yeah, it was the dance wasn't given for me, honest, if I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
It was given martial arts.
It was given for me. It wasn't given for y'all.
Nah.
No, not at all.
No.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
I was like,
I don't know what she given Simone on the dance floor.
Not we got the band of misfits as friends that just want to be seen but need a little bit more practice.
It was a given, but it was cute though how they all, waited for her. Yeah, I like that part.
I said, what in the family matters? But it was cute. But I also was like, what are y'all doing? But it was cute. Oh, them trying to make it all wholesome. And then everybody having a little line to say in the speech. I was just like, all right, y'all. All right.
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
Thea was
I
there.
literally was like, wow, Netta really been practicing because they was going off on her on Twitter about she couldn't dance last season, this, that, and third. And she
they were?
Yeah, they were. And she saw it. And I was like feeling so bad because I was like, y'all, why are y'all blaming this actress? And she saw it. She was like, y'all, we see stuff and, we're humans too. And I was like, ooh, jeez.
Oh yeah, well she's already struggled with like the Bird app just because they comment on her personal life way too much. I've blocked so many of the toxic people that I don't see half the stuff that you see.
I saw it. I was like, what is going on? Like for real? But I literally was like, well, she did a great job. I thought it was really good, like better. It was like a lot of improvement to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Erica, what is your So what you think about to go down for the rest of the season? Like what's gonna be the aim? Like what are
For
they gonna do?
homecoming?
Yeah, for homecoming, like
Honestly, I don't know, which is what kind of scares me. But I kind of like being in this place as compared to All American. Like I know exactly where they're going, and it ain't nowhere, so that is annoying. But like for homecoming, I don't actually know. I don't know if Thea and Damon are going to make it by the end of the season, and it's not because they're not set up to. It's just because I also am peeping certain stuff like, oh, he is looking at Simone at certain points, and this could be a super strong writer choice in that moment. I don't know, like with them trying to take Simone on this whole Mean Girl arc. I don't personally think that she needs it, but I guess it's kind of like in line with the season that Layla had to have of like going extra hard to tell people how she felt so that she can arrive at a place where she felt like she could speak her piece, but didn't need to be so crass about it.
mm-hmm.
But then even after that, it's like, I don't get what's like. Simone says she wants to be a pro tennis player, but she don't act like it. So I'm having a little bit of like disconnect there. Damon is going to go through the rest of this, or go through the first baseball season. I don't know if I see Damon staying at Bringston. Like I don't know if I see Damon not going pro after this first season, just because he like college life so much. So I don't know. It's like it's so many things. Like I think that there's so many possibilities when it comes to homecoming that I couldn't put my finger on just one.
What if this was real life, I definitely don't think Damon would have stayed. But for the show, he might.
I can't even pinpoint like where would like, you know, when you watching a series, something good gotta happen where it's like a lot of like tension, like ooh, you at the edge of your seat, like waiting to what's gonna happen next. Like it seemed like everybody is just in a good, except for Simone. Everybody is in an okay spot. Like they're in an okay situation, you know. I just don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
Dr. Amara definitely finna have some controversy because her trying to change around this administration, baby, she already got pushback from financial aid, Ms. Robinette, and it's 1,000 more her. Well, not 1,000, but it's more where that came from, where they don't want things to change, and they've been at this for 20 years, so they've seen presidents come and go who try to innovate, girl. But you ain't see Amara come and try to innovate, so hush. Give her a chance. But people don't like change, so she definitely finna have a time ahead of her.
Yeah, I definitely see that happening. JR then found a therapist and has found peace, so he's no longer menacing and is not in his selfish bag. He just want to support his brother with all his heart. I don't necessarily know what the conflict might be for him.
I think JR might have a sexuality conflict thing.
Yeah, him and Nate, I ship them.
Yeah, if anything, it'll be that.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the one.
Actually, I don't know, not remember, because I don't know if you saw the preview for next episode when Nate was kissing somebody. She was kissing somebody behind a tree or something, and JR was like, "Okay," or something.
I saw that.
Saw about it and see it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was like, well, that was an encouraging okay, but also like, I don't know. You know, it just got my brain tingling, especially because you done planted that in my head since like episode 1, season
right,
1.
That's also, I'm trying to figure out if I can't let go of that idea because I saw it with that one little moment with them playing cards and him drunk as hell, and it was never supposed to be the case, or is that something they actually are brewing?
Also, that wasn't for sure him that Nate was kissing in the elevator.
Oh no, that wasn't JR.
Oh, okay.
No.
JR just sees him kiss somebody.
Yeah, and this person, they were behind the tree this next episode. Also, what the hell was my girl Nate in this episode? Because since when, no offense to Thea, because I'm trying to get off her neck, right? Since when is Thea and Keisha friends? What? That I don't even remember that. I remember not Keisha. Thea and Nate being friends, like they're girlfriends, but like Keisha and Thea aren't friends. So when she was out there after her audition, I was like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing?
She only out there because Damon is out there, girl. She's only out there because Damon is out there. That's it.
And I said,
but I was wondering, and I was like, I'm not gonna say it because maybe I wasn't really paying attention, but I was like, going across this Family Matter little half circle, where was Nate at? Because
Yes.
Oh, I got a question, y'all. Y'all remember when cause I'm think when I think about Thea and Damon, I'm trying to think about what other way that they just could break up. Remember when they showed that whole thing? Like what is gonna happen? Cause what they so good together. Like what are they gonna do? So remember when they showed that part where Simone called herself grieving Jordan, and Nate brought that scarf, asked Thea about some scarf or something like that, and she knew that they had broke up. And after that, Damon had some type of like conversation about we not no, go keep secrets from each other no more, blah blah blah. So what was she supposed to tell them? Why was she supposed to tell him that they broke up? They was like, so
I
who
don't think
said
that was her
that?
business. I don't know.
Who said
like
But
that?
it's
I
I'm
just
don't
the way
confused.
that they
think that
showed
was
it.
her
Like they
business.
showed it like her having a flashback of Nate saying Simone is going through a breakup, blah blah blah. And he had just said we not gonna keep secrets from each other. So what though? Why should she tell him that they broke up?
I mean, Simone ultimately wound up telling them, so I don't think that that's anything that they're going to spin the block about anyway.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
shouldn't.
I hope they don't, because that would be a dumb way. Like, I don't even care about them together, but that would be a stupid way for them to break up, because that wasn't her business. Like, it's not a secret because it don't pertain to them or their relationship. Well, it shouldn't pertain to them or their relationship. So, like,
Unless Simone and Damon becomes overcome and they like hook up and she finds out about it.
well,
You
what I
know?
mean why I say it shouldn't pertain to that is because, Damon, why do you care so much? Right? So, I don't know. I think that's I hope that's not a thing that breaks them up, because I would feel like that's not even a valid reason.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think next Monday I'm gonna just go ahead on and watch All American Homecoming.
That's where we're at. Well,
Watch All
y'all,
American for that 4 more
it's
episodes
the
again.
live after show has been doing it for me. I really appreciate everybody coming together and being in conversation. I said I was going to give the original. Oh shoot, sorry, hold on. I said I was going to give the original 3 episodes. Next week will be the 3rd episode, so we will get to see what it is and what it ain't. I ain't gonna hold you. After the whole 2D in the elevator and that horrible ass dialogue, I literally like voice message Naya and Melissa and say, yeah, I'm done with the All American Universe. Tonight's live will be my farewell live. Thank God they saved themselves. But yeah, we'll see. I think it's been a hard road for a lot of us in reference to persisting in viewership, especially when we got used to and really fell in love with one thing and now we're getting another. I'm glad that I have this platform for us to be able to share those things and for y'all to not feel, alone in your thoughts and your feelings. Shout out to everybody who reaches out to me and sends me DMs and messages and stuff like that to talk about it. I'm really glad that I'm here for y'all in this way. Yeah. Any last words?
I appreciate you, Erica. Since day one, man. It's
Yes.
just sad that we here, but I'm happy that I actually got to find you on your channel. You know, at least we could give All American that.
That's real. That is real. For a show at its height, it definitely brought together thousands of us. It really helped me grow as a critic and a commentator. Even as being able to, I guess, lead a community, it has definitely done those things. Not all bad. And best believe seasons 1 and 2 will forever go down in the history books and will forever be rewatched when it comes to me and my house. But that's just me. Any other last thoughts?
Nah, that's it for me. Thank you for having me on here. I don't even know how I found your channel. It really just popped up on my like just scrolling, and
Yes.
I saw it, and I think the first thing I saw was y'all live, and
Really?
that's the very first thing I saw, like the day before the premiere. Like I just was literally scrolling, and I saw that y'all was live, so I went in there, and I'm like, dang, everybody talking about this. I just been hooked ever since. You do good
I
though.
love
You do
that.
good though. You let people talk. It's like you do good, but you still you. Cause it's like when you not feeling it, you not feeling it. You don't be fake about it because you just like no. Cause after the live before the premiere, I went and watched the show, and then I went and looked at like some of your other videos. Where in the video you was like, argue with y'all. Say, I'm not arguing with y'all today. Y'all argue with y'all in the y'all argue with y'all mama in the comments. I'm like, dang.
Yeah,
It's fun.
I'm glad. It's a tough line to toe. I be trying to make sure I create space for people to share their thoughts, but then also like don't lose myself amongst it and not fall into a thing of trying to people please and all of that. So I appreciate you for noticing. But yes, I do think what I think, and I'm gonna be me. And everybody gonna argue with their mamas.
Yeah, E is a real one. You should have seen her in her villain era. I called it Eve. Eve was something else. Erica's villain era, Vivi, that was fun. But yeah, I
Man,
love you,
season
Eve. I'm gonna catch
3.
y'all next time because I'm gonna still stay in the chat. I'm gonna just shut up because I talk too much. So love y'all. Bye.
Right. Kofi, you just popped back in. What's up?
Hey, I was watching the Lakers game, so that's why it was on. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw my message a lot, but no, I didn't take it personal, so I'm good. So you straight with me. You know we got one for you, so.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. If I had to add, like, maybe one last thing, yeah, Jessie Raymond Sr., I need somebody to check this fool, bro. Like, for real. Like, I need somebody to, like, it almost seems like he brought Lando in out of spite. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's going to gas him up and, give him all the attention. Because I remember watching the trailer for All-American Homecoming, and Damon's confronting him saying, I ain't nobody's number 2. And I think that's what that's going to be about. So, yeah.
Maybe Coach Mark is gonna try to get them together, but then he only could do so much as the assistant. We gonna see. He's definitely going to be more problems, more headaches for us.
Yeah. That's for Lando. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna. I think that he's just gonna be there to play and just prove his worth. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was up to him, he'd have been at Brainstorm, not at Hawkins. So I don't know. I like the actor though. I'm a fan of his work, so I'm glad that he's gonna be in these few episodes. So that's where I'm at with that. So and. Oh shoot, my audio was off, y'all. Sorry. Shout out to all y'all on YouTube right now who are still tuned in. I appreciate y'all. I don't know how y'all keep getting all these 3.5 hour lives out of my ass, but clearly I'm here because I'm enjoying it and I appreciate chit chatting with y'all. Chrissy, what's up? Jazz B, what's up? Pebbles, how are you doing? We're coming to the end of the All American Universe live after show. And if you are catching this on a replay, be sure to drop your comments and your thoughts about the episodes in the comment section down below. I will be looking at those and then replying to them, okay? Yeah. Until next time, y'all. It's been real. Bye.